10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Look at what went, in my opinion, one of the best goalkeepers,
We need you to think you're going to be playing for games. So they want.
I'm a little bit worried for tomorrow's game. I saw a stat on online.
Sergio
He's going to play at the night. That is the second. We only have two men now in the
I know people have gone on about if we lose the cup, it could be a bit of a situation. I hope to God it
Sergio
doesn't.
Production.
Yo, welcome to the Brew Lounge. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the match preview. Chelsea are back in the Champions League, back in action in the Champions League tomorrow. And this is our match preview for Chelsea versus Lille. I hope you guys are having a good evening. I hope you guys are all chilling, relaxing. And again, apologies for the late stream. Because I had things that I needed to attend to. I had to push the stream back an hour, and I hope you guys don't mind that. I didn't want to cancel the stream, so I thought I'll just push it an hour, and hopefully I'll catch you guys here at 8 o'clock. And I'm, again, 10 minutes late, so apologies for that too. I hope you guys are doing well. We have a good show for you tonight. We're going to be addressing the Chelsea game via Tuchel's press conference, via our predicted lineup, and we're also going to look at the different lineups that my panelists have come up with. Hopefully we'll come to a consensus in what we think will be happening tomorrow. We'll be addressing also the rumours and the stories surrounding Chelsea Football Club. Listen, big up to all of you. You know, I'm actually blessed to see we have 25 likes on the board, and we've only been streaming for 3 minutes. So fantastic. At this rate, we'll have a couple of thousand likes by the end of the night. So if you guys are smashing these like buttons, I want to say thank you for everyone who's doing that and who's done that. As you're coming into the stream, just make it easy for yourselves. Hit that like button and just enjoy the show. Let me just say hello to everyone in the chat. Who do we have here? We have Leonard. Big up to you, and he's asking, where are you? Because I was a little bit late. Leonard, I do apologize. I hope you're doing good, my brother. MCIG, listen, MCIG, man, I love the way you're moderating my streams, man. So big up to you. And I've added a few moderators, a few more of you guys in the chat will see that you are moderated today. I've added a couple more. I will continue to add moderators from the chat. People like MCIG here, who I see coming on regularly and also contributing in the chat, contributing positively in the chat. I will always be adding new mods in the chat. So big up to you, MCIG. PJ, big up to you. I see you following me on Instagram, PJ. Thank you for your support on that platform as well. China, also Victor. Hello, fan. Hello, my man. I hope you're doing good. Mike Frank, big up to you. George, always a pleasure to see you in my chat. Always a pleasure. Hope you're doing good, my brother. I hope you and your family are doing well. Daniel, big up more. I really hope Lukaku don't start tomorrow. I would rather see Werner start tomorrow and actually see more, and actually see some movement. Listen, We'll see. We'll see. I've seen some of the lineups we're predicting. I think Lukaku is a main feature in the lineups. We'll have to wait and see in respect to what Tuchel does tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see. Big up to you, Daniel. Always good to have you on. Who else do we have here? See, this guy, I know this guy from somewhere. DJ Sav. That name rings a bell somewhere. I haven't seen him on my show for quite some time. Big up Mo and the panel. How is everyone in the chat? Big up. I'm trying to remember, where do I know DJ Saf from? I don't know. Max, do you know who this guy is? Is he someone you're familiar with? Boogeyman? I don't know, man.
He's old school Chelsea, I remember him, yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean...
He used to have a season ticket to the Blue Lounge, but I'm not sure. I thought you revoked his season ticket or something. I don't know.
That's the thing. There was a geezer called DJ Sav, yeah, who was always on here, smashing it with his insight, with his knowledge. The man had some good knowledge on him. Historically speaking, I ain't seen him for time, man. So I'm not sure if this is the same dude.
Chase him away. Probably that's what happens.
Maybe Boogeyman. Yeah, it might be Boogeyman. So, DJ Sav, good to see you in the chat, my brother. Good to see you in the chat, and I hope you and your family are doing well. If you have time to jump on, and I know you got internet connection issues, if you have time to jump on, it would be great to see you on the panel.
Can I say something about DJ Sav, though?
You can. Go ahead. What do you want to say about DJ Sav?
Yeah, I used to tell DJ Sav that he always annoyed me because he never get mad or frustrated when the team. He always says stuff like, "I cannot criticize my team. I cannot allow anybody to talk bad about my team."
Listen.
So I'm always like, do you ever get mad, DJ Sav? Come on, man.
When you get someone as negative as you need to balance it out by having someone as positive as DJ, man.
I hope he has time to jump on tonight. It would be good to get some insight from the DJ himself. Joseph, big up to you. Abdul B, my man. Listen, Abdul B, thank you for being here. Much love, much appreciated. Oscar, big up to you. Big up. Listen, John Arnold, mate. Fantastic how you are always on my outro putting in the lyrics for the outro. I love it. Thank you for doing that. Always on. Big up to you, boy. There's a lot of people in the chat today. Daniel, big up. Well, boy, listen, big up to all of you. Big up to my panel. Big up to Max Burton, Boogeyman, Chris, Bobby, Eric. Big up to you guys. How you guys doing this evening?
Yeah, all good, thank you. Getting ready for another European night. So we can retain the trophy
against opposition that have not really been doing well this season, right?
Yeah, but
Chelsea always does.
we struggled against Plymouth, so come on now. So
thank you.
Yeah,
but I want to show you guys something. I want to show you guys something before we Plymouth. It was where it was, but let me show you guys something. All right, this is the French league right now. All right, so number 1, Paris Saint-Germain. I don't see Lille. Marseille number 2. I don't see Lille. Nice number 3. I don't see Lille. Strasbourg number 4. I don't see Lille. 5, Rennes. Where's Lille? 6, Monaco. Where's Lille? 7, Nets. Is Lille even in this league? Lyon. I'm still not seeing Lille. Montpellier.
You'll see them in a
Lens.
minute.
There you go. Wow.
There you go.
Number 11.
Yeah.
Number 11. All right, number 11. How many games have they won? 9. How many games have they lost? 7. How many games have they drawn? 9. Wow. All right, let me
lost
look
their
at this.
manager though, didn't they, from last season?
32 goals for, 35 goals against. They've lost 2 out of their last 5. They've drawn their last fixture. 2 wins in 5 in their league. It's I don't know. I mean, is this really a team that we should be worried about? What you guys think? Should we be worried about this team?
I'm worried about any team we play at the moment. The way that we're playing, I'm not. Anyone was gonna. We make hard work with any team. So it's a Champions League game, and they will raise their game for it. We still got to be on top of our game So I don't care if it's a team in the bottom of the Ukrainian league or whatever league you got. If we don't turn up, then we'll struggle. We need to turn up.
We do. I just want to, before we get into this, I want to just ask Boogeyman. You were traveling from Germany to Canada while Hurricane Younes was in the air. How was your trip, man? Was it good? I mean,
it was actually okay. It's just inside Germany, it was crazy because all the train transportation was really not as good because I was in Hanover, right? And the train there was modified. Sometimes you have to wait more than 18 hours for just the right connection to be put on that board, so you know what you want to do. So that's it. Other than that, my flight was okay. The flight itself was okay. To Canada, no issue.
All right, brilliant.
I fell asleep also, so that just means there was not too much turbulence then. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I struggle to sleep on flights.
Yes, me, I don't mind.
Yeah.
If there's no baby around me, I'm good, man.
Yeah. All right. Let me hear from Eric, Bobby, Chris. How you guys doing? You guys are quiet. Everything good?
Yeah, I don't know about Bobby and Chris. I think they're just maybe they're busy, but I'll just come in now. And yeah, I noticed you butchered one of the names of the French teams.
I always do, man. I always do. It was deliberate. Which one was it? It was
Nantes. It was Nantes.
What did you say?
What I call him?
I can't remember. I can't remember what you said. Something funny.
Nance or something. Yeah. No. Listen. My French is GCSE French, and I actually lived in Paris for a year, and I didn't make a lot of friends because I was using English all the time, and they don't like it when you use English in Paris.
No.
They tried to make you use French, and I'm not the kind of guy that is made to do something unless I mean, I can't do it. I mean, I can say hello, bye bye, give me this, give me that. That's it. It's just basic French. And
but you know what it is. I think as long as you make the effort, that's what they want. They don't want. They don't like the arrogance of the English, expecting you to be able to speak their language. So when I go over there, I can speak basic French, and I always ask them, "Où est l'anglais?" I always do. People laugh at me sometimes when I'm doing, but they got more time for you because you've made that effort to try and you've tried to speak to them in their language.
I just start by saying bonsoir, bonjour, and then they'll be like, they'll say something. I'll be like, sorry, that's all I know. They'll be like, not good enough,
There's no something I noticed is that there's no obvious thing like you won't go to France and be an obvious foreigner because everybody's it's such a multicultural country, right? So everybody's
Paris.
Paris is
and Marseille, but it's mainly
south of France. South of France is a big North African connection. But you know what? France is similar to the UK. There's areas that are multicultural, diverse, and there's areas that are not. So but I think the French have a tendency to be anti-English because of historic events. And when I say anti-English, I don't mean like they hate the English. It's just they don't like certain events that happened in history, and they keep on referring to them for whatever reason. I mean, it is what it is.
I'll say this much. When I went to France, I quickly realized that nothing I learned in school was very helpful. There was a lot of complex writing everywhere. I couldn't really. It wasn't straightforward, and everybody just assumes and expects you to speak French. So it was different.
I had a We'll talk about it later. If I open this topic, we're going to be talking about my French experience, so we'll be here for an hour. Let's get into the match preview. Bobby, Chris, I'm not sure if you guys are here. If you are here, welcome. Big up to you. I'm gonna start by watching the press conference. Xavier, Matt,
you'll need
big
your
up to
French. You'll need your French.
I know. Yeah. I was leading up to that. We may have to skip that one because I don't know what was said, and I don't think there was a translation.
Boogeyman can help us.
Boogeyman can translate. You translate as
voiceover, Boogeyman.
I can translate. Yeah.
Yo, Matt, big up to you. I hope you're doing good, my man. I hope you're doing good. Listen, everyone in the chat, we will open the stream for people to jump on. Towards the latter parts of the stream. Yesterday we had a great debate with you guys, so I'm very keen to hear what you guys have to say. So probably the last half an hour, 45 minutes of the stream, we'll put the link in the chat and give you guys an opportunity to jump on to give us your thoughts and opinions. So that will be something we'll be doing a lot more on the Blue Lounge. I mean, there are always going to be negatives to it. There's a lot of trolls that come on and try to spoil it for everyone else, but I'm not going to let them stop the link being posted for you guys. So if you want to jump on and chat with us, we will give you an opportunity towards the back end of the stream. Now, let's look at this press conference. And again, there is a little bit of French here. So for the French speakers, you're going to have an advantage over us. Let me get this up. And again, I do apologize. I don't have YouTube Premium. So if ads pop up, we'll have to just skip them. Let's go.
Matchday -1 press conference to preview the Champions League game against Lille. There is a translation service available on this press conference today. If you select at the bottom of the Zoom menu, interpretation, you can choose your language of English or French. If you would like a question, please use the raise hand function on Zoom, and we'll get round to as many people as we can. We're going to start today's press conference with Moose, Ian Abraham from TalkSport. Unmute yourself, Moose, or where you go?
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Excellent. Much has been made of the fact that Romelu Lukaku only touched the ball 7 times on Saturday at Selhurst Park. One, are you bothered? And secondly, how can you get him to touch the ball a bit more often, maybe against tomorrow?
What can I do? I don't know. Well, now we have to deal with it. I mean, there are datas out there, and the data speak a certain language, so he was not involved in our game. It's sometimes like this with strikers, if they struggle a bit in self-confidence, if they struggle a little bit to find the space and to get involved against a good defensive side. It can be like this, and this is of course not what we want, and of course not what Romelu wants, but it's also not like it's not the time to laugh about him and make jokes about him. He is in the spotlight, of course, and we will protect him because he's our player.
Nick Puremore.
Hi Thomas. How are you fixed on the injury front? Are any of the guys who you've got doubts over? Is anybody available? Obviously, like Callum and César and how are Mason and Reece James getting on as well?
Aspi looks much better than.
Here we go.
Register with BP.me rewards and get.
And Callum, to start with these two. Callum did not train yesterday. Aspi trained and has no reaction. So if it stays like this, which seems to be, when it stays like this, he's available for tomorrow. Mason did a very good individual session. I think he will try to come back to team training today, but he was out a little bit, maybe too long to start. But perhaps he is involved in the squad. But we have to. He had not trained with the team yet, and Reece is still out and Chile out.
Christophe Lemis.
Oui, bonjour. Thomas.
Bonjour.
Est-ce que vous m'entendez bien?
Oui, très bien.
Formidable. je voulais vous poser une question à propos de Thiago. Je voulais savoir s'il arrivait tout simplement encore à vous surprendre. Et aussi, est-ce qu'il y avait des choses qui ont changé dans vos rapports? Évidemment, il était capitaine à Paris avec vous, mais il n'est plus à Chelsea. Est-ce qu'il y a des choses différentes que vous attendez de lui, que vous voyez, enfin, voilà, dans vos relations et dans ce que vous attendez de lui? Est-ce qu'il y a des choses qui ont changé depuis Paris?
Honnêtement, la...
All right, Boogeyman, what was the question? You're on mute, Boogie. You're on mute.
He wanted to know, he has a question about Thiago Silva. And the question was, they both were together in Paris. And now that they're both at Chelsea, whatever is requested from Thiago, is it different? What he need from Thiago or how he's using Thiago at Chelsea, is it different from what he requested from Thiago in Paris or as a part of PSG? I mean, you understand that, right?
Yeah, good question. All right, let's hear the answer.
La connexion était très mal. Je n'ai pas compris.
First, he just said, I don't understand your question. You were too quick. Can you repeat it again, please?
All right, let's hear it.
De Thiago, mais est un peu plus. C'est un peu trop vite. Est-ce que vous pouvez penser la question encore?
Oui, bien sûr. Je me demandais tout d'abord si Thiago arrive encore à vous surprendre. Et deuxièmement, est-ce qu'il y a des choses qui ont changé dans ce que vous lui demandez, dans ce que vous attendez de lui entre le PSG, où il était votre capitaine, et aujourd'hui?
Mais bien sûr, les circonstances sont différentes parce que c'est un nouveau club et il y a des règles, il y a une atmosphère différente. C'est normal parce que tous les clubs ont une atmosphère spéciale et c'était une atmosphère spéciale à Paris et maintenant c'est le même à Chelsea et le club de Chelsea, ils ont une mentalité aussi une mentalité de gagner, une mentalité d'être fort et de jouer comme une équipe forte avec des joueurs avec grande expérience. Pour moi, c'était Thiago, il était très courageux de prendre une décision de jouer dans la Premier League dans son âge et avec son statut à Paris, de changer sa vie complètement. Et il était formidable depuis son arrivée. Et maintenant, c'est le même. C'est un grand plaisir d'être le coach de lui. Parce qu'il est un exemple tous les jours. Il est très très humble, il est super professionnel, il joue exceptionnel. On a trouvé une formation avec dans beaucoup de matchs de jouer avec le 3 en défense et il est super fort en milieu. Ça, il donne beaucoup avec son expérience et oui, c'est seulement bien parce qu'il est super fiable et il est le même gars et j'ai l'impression qu'il aime beaucoup, qu'il a eu le courage de changer sa vie à la fin de la carrière et c'est très impressionnant.
Yo, those people that does this job are really smart. Cause all he said was, listen. At first, he said there's a different circumstances when you play for Chelsea. Is in England is the EPL. So what you request for Thiago is obviously different from what you request from Thiago in League One. And on top of that is he found a team at Chelsea where with the winning mentality is already there. So with Thiago, with the status that Thiago has in the PSG, the transition was okay for him. And they found a formation with 3 at the back, where Thiago Silva is really, really strong in between those 3 center back. And all the how do you say this? All the applause goes to Thiago because he has the courage to leave France and take on the challenge to play in EPL. at 30-something years old. And as today, I'm pretty sure he's looking back to that decision, and he has to be proud of himself because the respect that he has in PSG, he has to give up on all those respect and put himself in a weak position and move to EPL. But again, he pretty much responded really good to the challenge, and that's why we're here. And all the applause goes to him, not me.
Wow, yeah, great answer. Good question and a great answer. Thank you, Boogie.
Paul Gilmore, Sky Sports.
Thank you. Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Thomas, the big games keep coming for you at the moment. What impact will the fact you have a cup final and another big Champions League game next week have on the selection this week, and how do you prioritise and manage that?
Yeah, not so much in the moment. We don't manage so much. It's about, like, for us in the moment to keep on going and find our rhythm, where we struggle a little bit. Like, there's no secret. It's a bit strange, to be very honest, to have like 2 league matches in Premier League in 6 weeks. It is really strange because it is always nicer and more familiar to sink into a competition, and you know, there are so many different levels of games now, and you play a match, and if you look at the table, some teams have 3 matches more than the others. Like it's a bit strange to understand the situation in which we are in the Premier League, and you know, if it's like this, I mean, it's on the other hand nice because it tells us that we are still in a lot of competitions. What is our target? And it shows us that we are competitive, and we take it match by match more than ever before. We tried always like this, but now is the moment to really be super focused on every little match, and don't worry so much about the big picture, because it will like make us look at a lot of different pictures and a lot of different environments. It's a huge difference between all these knockout matches, all these like a semi-final in Abu Dhabi, a final again in Carabao Cup, then suddenly a knockout match in the FA Cup that will come up. It's a big difference because, like, of course, Premier League is a marathon, and Premier League is not about knockout matches, it's about consistency. So it changes a lot, the environment, and we have to adapt because it's our schedule. But in terms of team management, we don't think ahead at the moment. We try to bring the very best group tomorrow that suits the best to what we want to implement on the pitch, and then we will take care about Sunday's match.
Matt Dunn.
Hi, Thomas. I'm back on the Lukaku conundrum, if I may. He's played 3 games all season with Reece James, and 4 with Ben Shaw, 4 with Reece James, and never with both of them.
Yeah.
Are you playing a different style to what you imagined this season because of those injuries? Yeah. Or does he have to work out how to play with Chelsea?
Maybe both things. I mean, like, yeah, of course, every style changes with long-term injuries of key players. We played many games, in the majority of the games, in a back 3 with wing backs, and 2 of the key wing backs are Reece and Chile, who got injured at the peak level. And they had a huge impact into our game offensively and defensively. Regarding Romelu, of course, also offensively, with their runs, with their speed, with the penetration and their deliveries. So of course this changes. We are not the only team where players have this huge impact. And in a formation that we play, the wingbacks are crucial and are like a crucial position to influence the game. But still, we can also play and win games without any player. This is our job, and this is what we want to do. So we have to. This is what we try. Honestly, when we have injuries and when we have like Corona cases.
What is a person's knowledge and experience actually worth? 20k a year?
So, and it's on us, on me, to adapt, to find solutions, and Romelu will always be part of the solution.
Jacob Steinberg.
Thanks, Thomas.
Sorry, guys. I just want to emphasize: Romelu will always be part of the solution. It's important to keep that in mind in respect to the way he has responded to all the questions that have been put towards to him for Romelu Lukaku. He is sticking by the striker. He is backing his striker, and I think this is a key aspect in the way Thomas Tuchel has decided to handle the situation. So just bear that in mind as we move forward.
I just wonder what you made last week of the change in the away goals rule. Do you think it changed the way that the games are played in the Champions League? And do you think it made it slightly more defensive? And might that suit you, given that last year you won the Champions League, only conceding 2 goals in the knockout stages?
Why do you think it will be more defensive?
Well, Real Madrid were quite defensive in the away game against PSG, and it felt like they weren't coming out because the away goal didn't mean as much.
Yeah, but I think in the end, I had the impression until now that it maybe gives us the chance to be a bit more offensive, because you can think about scoring and not be so afraid of conceding. So let's see. When we were asked at the UEFA meeting in coaches, I was like the majority, and I think pretty much all coaches voted and for this change of rule, to make it clearer, to make it more understandable. And I was never, I mean, I liked it because it gave it a kind of an extra edge in doing mathematics throughout the game. I understand that, and it was also exciting, but at the same time I never fully understood why a 3-1 should be a better result than a 2-0. So worse for one team. This is you can see it from both sides. Maybe it was harder to score 3, and this is maybe a better result than a 2-0, and to have a clean sheet to go into the second game. So. I like it because it's now it's clear. It's I think we maybe end up with more extra time and more penalties, because if you are now in even goals, it will go to extra time and you will not win by away goals. So let's see. We are aware of it, but it does actually, for us, I can just tell you, for us, it does change nothing in the approach of the game tomorrow. We will try to keep a clean sheet. We will try to defend good and try to attack as good as possible. If at all, it changes a little bit in the approach to the second leg, that you don't have to think so much like what happens if we score a goal, how much do they need. I think it's easier to adapt. Let's get the 2 games, get them played, do the mathematics in the end, count the goals together, and if it's not decided, go to extra time.
Okay, last 2 for Thomas. John Southall, Ramen Osman's finished. John.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
How do you see the challenge of Lille? Because I mean, surprisingly, they are struggling, or they seem to be struggling, don't they? The French league, they're down in 11th.
Yeah, they do, and I think there are reasons why they do. They had a fantastic coach and a fantastic group of players. They were very, very competitive when I was in Paris. You could feel that this is a strong group, a strong squad, a very emotional club, very difficult to play at in the stadium. But the bond, the quality of the players, quality of the coach was exceptional, and you could feel that they have a chance to fight constantly for a place in the Champions League. So last season they became champions, which is huge in France, of course. And from there they lost players and they lost the coach. So there's a huge how do you call it, a huge change. And if the change is so big, there's a possibility that it takes some time until things settle in. Now they lost another key player in winter with Ikone in their attacking formation, but still, we all know how physical the French football is. We know how physical the offensive players are in French football, very fast. very, very brave in one-on-one challenges, always a threat on counterattacks, very disciplined against the ball, and they have the chance that they have the chance to play this game as underdogs, and in a mentality where they have nothing to lose, and they will take it from there. So it's like always, we respect the game, we respect this opponent, we will prepare our team like we always do, and then hopefully find ourselves the best performance, which we usually do normally, and we usually do in knockout matches and cup matches, and play a competitive match tomorrow.
Last question for Thomas Rahman Osman.
Hi Thomas, if I could just ask you about Romelu Lukaku again. When you took over, you said you're going to prepare a team that people would not like to play against. So it's clear that most of the time your defenders play very well. Christensen, Rudiger, all having really special seasons under you.
Yeah.
But the strikers struggle, like Werner struggling to get goals. One was scoring so well in Italy, and he's do you think about it? Is it a consequence of the way you've built that team?
Yeah, maybe. There's even a history of strikers struggling a little bit at Chelsea, so it's not the easiest place in the world for strikers. Obviously, I don't know exactly why it's like this, but obviously it's like this. In my opinion, Chelsea is a team that's also considered as a strong defensive team. That is a physical team, and this has a certain attitude and grip in playing competitive football. We demand a lot from our strikers in terms of defending. We want to be a physical, hardworking group. That is not shy to make it a physical game and not only a skillful game. And that's maybe plays a part. Yes, that maybe plays a part. We have many games where we, throughout like our year together, where we created many chances, many deliveries, and struggled a bit in the conversion. Now in the moment, there's a bit of time where we struggle to create too many big chances for our strikers. I think this is maybe also a normal period in a long season. So we are on the subject and we are well aware. And like always in football, it's most of the time not a one reason to solve a problem. It's a very complex sport, and we try to keep on playing with faith in what we do and with belief in the team effort. And from there we go.
Okay, thanks everyone. Stand line.
All right, a very diplomatic set of answers by Thomas Tuchel. A very diplomatic set of answers by Thomas Tuchel. We're going to discuss this press conference in a moment. I want to ask you guys, there's like 140 of you currently in the chat. Do me a favor, hit the like button. I would very much appreciate you guys hitting that like button. It will just get that YouTube algorithm to recommend it to more viewers. If you want to support my channel, just hit that like button. It will only take you a second to do. Okay, Thomas Tuchel talked about the striker issue. And he addressed a... what's the word here? Some folklore, some myths that are around Chelsea having issues and problems with number 9s, with strikers. It's a Chelsea thing. That is worrying. That is worrying for me when I hear Thomas Tuchel talking about that, because it's okay for us as fans to have that kind of thinking, that kind of mentality. But our coach, to say that, it's a little bit concerning. Maybe he's just trying to tell us, look, I'm aware of this thing, and we're going to work on it, and we're going to address it, and hopefully we're going to start to change things, and hopefully the positive remarks that he made in respect to Romelu Lukaku can be implemented on that pitch. The team we're playing against, lads, currently is not doing too great. They're conceding a lot of goals. Hopefully Chelsea are able to put a few past them tomorrow. Also, Thomas Tuchel is possibly the best manager to take an English team to face French opposition right now, because he's done that. He's been there. He knows all about these teams. And he also addressed that this team that we're facing, the manager that got them the title, the players that got them the title are no longer there. The majority of them are no longer there because that team had to do a reshuffle. So Lille, that we're facing tomorrow, shouldn't be too tough of an opposition, of an obstacle. Injuries-wise, we are where we were in the last game, pretty much. I don't think anyone is coming back from injury. Azpilicueta, I think, is the only one that was referred to as possibly coming back. I might have missed it. I want to hear from each and every one of you guys on the panel your assessment of that press conference before we go into our predictions for tomorrow, tactically, lineups and whatnot. So let me start with Max Burton, and we'll go around the board. Give me your assessment of what you heard in that press conference, Max.
Well, one of the interesting things that stood out, and this was so I was listening to some of your chat yesterday when Couch was here, and the thing is, when we concentrate a lot on our defensive side as the structure, it does take away from our attacking. So that was a good question asked at the end by the journalist, and I do think that's one of the reasons why we are struggling to score goals, because of we are always thinking about getting back into our shape and structure. Sometimes we need to be a bit braver. So I think we've got that defensive side sorted out. Next season, we need to find that balance where we can, in possession, we can be more clinical in front of goal, because we can't keep relying on our defence all the time. There comes a point where we need to, in cups it's fine. I think in a cup game, that's why we're more suited for the cup games, because we're defensively sound and we can always nick a goal or something. But in the league, we need to convert draws into wins. I think that's what needs to be addressed. Obviously, the Lukaku thing, was diplomatic in his answers for that. But he's obviously said that we both need to do more, and that's what I've said before. Lukaku needs to do more. The team needs to do more as well to try and get the best out of them. And the final thing was the away goals rule, which is obviously now we're going into the knockout stage, so that's an important factor to look at. That's no longer. I quite like the away goals rule, actually. I know some people didn't. I quite liked it, but what I would have done is I'd have tweaked it so that you have the away goal rule, but in extra time, that's when it's taken away, because I think it gives the advantage to the team who are playing second. But for me, it takes away a little bit from it with the away goal. I've always thought that away goal was quite good. Don't know what anyone else thinks, but I did like the away goal rule. Yeah,
it's a little bit of nostalgia, Max. It's something we grew up, watching and having all these calculations and trying to figure out, what if this happens, what if that happens. I think it adds to the entertainment factor. For me, the away goal will always add it to the entertainment factor.
Yeah,
but I can see why they've taken it out though.
But I'm with the guy who asked the question, actually, rather than with Thomas Tuchel. I think knowing that you had to go somewhere and try and score that away goal, it allowed the away side will then come out and try to get that away goal, knowing how important it is. But if you saw, you quite rightly said, if you saw the game, the Real Madrid game, they were quite happy just to sit back and defend and so go back to their place and to get the result, knowing that they got another leg to play in there. Whereas so I think it does make for a more cautious approach, because people know that they don't have to go all out for that away goal.
I mean, for me, I would like to see it reinstated. Like I said, for the entertainment factor, and also, I'm not sure if it was addressed. I heard this about it's better to win a game, or it's better to was it? 3-1 is a better result than a 2-0. Because if a team is able to score 3, but the opposition score 1 away goal, it's better than having a clean sheet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But Bobby remembered this one. I'm not sure if you remember Mo, but back in the day when we won the Winners' Cup in 1998, we played Italian team called Vicenza, and I think they beat us 1-0 at their ground or something. They went 1-0 up in the second leg. We had to score 3 goals. And we beat them 3-1 in the end. I think Gus Poyet scored and Zola and someone else. But what it did, it made us, we if it was just 1-0, we knew, okay, if we can score any time to get it back to 1-1 and we're still in the game. But we had to come out and play in that game, and it made for a really exciting game.
Yeah, away goals adds an entertainment factor. Definitely adds an entertainment factor. All right, let me hear Boogeyman, and we're gonna go around. So it'll be Chris next, then Bobby, then Eric. Boogeyman, your assessment of that Tuchel press conference. What stuck out? What was the key points that stuck out for you?
Listen, I think for Lukaku, he said Lukaku is part of the solutions. That just mean we can we fan can be divided on whatever we think about Lukaku, and the fact is he's staying and he's going to be part of the team, and we need him to go through all the especially all the cup games and EPL games and everything. So at the end of the day, Tuchel count on them. So we also need to just back Tuchel. When you back Tuchel, you back Lukaku at the end of the day. When it comes to the game itself, he mentioned the fact that the team is having issues, but they are a really physical team. And we will always add a little bit, as much as we can add a little bit of technicity to our game. We will go there and be physical also. When I think the last question was regarding, I can't remember what was that. I think Bobby mentioned that, but Max. What was the last one, Max? I can't remember exactly. The away goal thing. He said he because I think the journalist was saying because of the fact that it was taken away, club are now going to go and chase for the goals, and he said he will think the other ways because the away goal is not there anymore. So you go and you get the result. So that's how he think. I mean, if you can read it, you can do your own interpretation, but it doesn't. I don't really care, anyways. At the end of the day, I think tomorrow we go into that game and he will try to win it. And I don't know who said that was Max. Tuchel is the best coach because of his experience in French league. He is one of the best coach that can actually take an English club and just go in France and win the league because he knows the league better than.
Sorry, I had my mic on mute. I was just saying, why do you give Max credit for the points that I make? I mean, listen, he makes.
Oh, that was you. Oh, sure. I thought Max. Okay, Max talked.
Listen, I make 1 or 2 good points in the whole stream, and you giving them to Max, man. What's that all about, man?
So my bad. So I thought, could Max talk before me? So I thought it was his point. So other than that, I just cannot remember too much. He talked about Thiago, but that was not really relevant to the game, and the injuries was just Aspi is the only one close.
Aspi's back. I think Aspi's back. I think he's available.
Oh,
I think he's available.
He's actually available.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see Lukaku 7 touches, but he just laugh and say, "You listen." As much, it's not the time to procrastinate it or comment all those things.
No. You know what? Lukaku 7 touches. Some people are saying it's been blown out of proportion, and all right, it's been blown out of proportion, but it's a fact, though. It's a fact. Now,
he said that also. Did you hear that? He said that is a fact, but I mean, just It's not a time to make fun of it. No.
Look, I really, really want to see Romelu Lukaku get a couple of goals, at least a couple of goals tomorrow, because this is a very good opportunity. It's a very good opportunity for him. It's a very good opportunity for him.
It will help him a lot.
Yeah, he listen. Not only he needs it, we need it, because we need Lukaku to start performing. And and a game like this is important. It's important, and also there's something that I want to touch up on. I forgot to mention it earlier. We are playing. We played on Saturday in the league. We're playing again in the Champions League midweek. We're playing a Carabao Cup on Saturday. Or was it Saturday or Sunday? A Carabao Cup. I think this weekend,
Sunday,
and then we're playing on Sunday, and then we're playing again in midweek, another Champions League fixture, and then we are playing again in the Premier League. So between each Premier League game, we're playing 3 cup games. So that is important, and I think we need to stay focused here. And I'm glad Tuchel has emphasized this point. We need to take it a game at a time, and that is the position we're in now. That is the key issue. We have to take it a game at a time, because every game we're playing is in a different competition, and it's important, and it's in a different competition, and we want to be successful in every single competition, because right now we don't want to be dropping points in the Premier League, because it's getting interesting. I'm not going to say we're challenging, no, but the Premier League is getting interesting. And Manchester City is now having to play some tough games, Champions League as well as easier games in the Premier League. Because I saw their schedule for the next 12 games, and it isn't too hard for them. However, they got to balance it with Champions League fixtures, and they want to go to the final. They want to win this Champions League. So the Premier League is going to be interesting because of the Champions League. So let's just keep it locked, and let's try to have brilliant results in all competitions. And I want to start tomorrow, and I want to continue on Sunday in the Carabao Cup, because boy, if Chelsea get another trophy this Sunday, it's going to be madness. It's going to be madness. I'm serious. I mean, beating Liverpool in the Carabao Cup this Sunday will be something special. And I might just be giving out more baseball caps on Sunday. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, listen, guys. Make sure you're subscribing. Because if we win another trophy, and I've said this, every time Chelsea win a trophy, I'll be giving things away on the Blue Lounge. Not sure I'm going to be giving this Saturday. It might be this Sunday. If we win, it might be some more baseball caps. It might be something else. I'll let you guys know after we win that Carabao Cup. Let's go to Chris. Chris, big up to you. Welcome to the stream. Tell me what you took away from that press conference, mate. Chris, are you there?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time. It's Gabriel, mate.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Chris.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, it's a pleasure. It's your man Chris coming to your ears, and we're talking the mighty Chelsea. Tomorrow when we play Lille, I want to be saying au revoir, bye bye, mate. Dry your eyes, because we're going to smash these French people. Yeah, I can't wait to see this. Yeah, because I can't wait.
Just so you know, you got a Frenchman in front of you there, Boogeyman. He's a Frenchman.
The disrespect from Chris.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, man.
He's not playing, mate. He's not playing. Anyways, so
yeah, I have only love for you, Chris. Keep going.
Big up Team Boogeyman. Yeah, everyone knows that. Anyways, what did I take away from the press conference? Well, obviously, Lukaku is apparently part of the solution, which I think we can come to that agreement that he will be here next season. So we're going to have to find a solution for Lukaku. In terms of what you said, Mo, when people are saying it's blown out of proportion in terms of his 7 touches, I don't know what they're smoking, because they're not blowing anything out of proportion. That was horrendous, that performance. So blown out of proportion. It's not as if he done anything to. He's never done anything. That's the point we're making. in terms of the away goals, I don't know how I feel about this, because obviously when I've been growing up, I've known the away goals. You know, there's been iconic moments in the Champions League with the away goals. So yeah, I'm going to give that a chance, because I don't really like change, but I'm willing to give this a chance. I mean, if we win every game and the away goal could affect that, then I'm for scrapping the away goal rule. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm happy, mate. I'm happy. I can't wait to see Lille, the Lille manager, the Lille fans, the Lille players crying tomorrow, because the world champions are going to smash them, mate. I can't wait. And big up Iron Brew. I've just been relaxing, drinking some Iron Brew. Big up, big up.
Big ups, Chris. Fantastic. Listen, mate. I know you are taking the words that Tuchel has said literally when he said, "I want to create a team that other teams don't like to play against," and that's why you want to see us making these mans cry, just to emphasize that point. So I understand where you're coming from. Big up to you for that.
They better bring tissues. They better bring tissues, because they're going to be needing them. They're going to be needing these tissues to dry their eyes tomorrow.
Listen, crying or smiling, I want to see 3 goals by Chelsea tomorrow, because I want to see some goals, man. I'm sick and tired of all these 1-0s, man. I want to see something interesting, something exciting. I want to see, Romelu Lukaku get a hat trick and just turn around and say, "Look, I had a bad spell, but I'm back. Look who's back." And I know I'm dreaming, but let's dream a little bit. Let me go to Bobby. Go on.
Before you jump on, what I want is, if Lukaku's listening to this, which he will be, mate, it's the Blue Lounge, it's the best Chelsea fan channel on YouTube, mate. Yeah? Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, people. Come on. But let's have a party. Yeah. Lukaku, yeah. He better be practicing his shooting, mate. I don't want to see him, modelling for Dior or Chanel. I want to see him practicing his shooting into that top corner. That's what I want to see happening, yeah? So,
listen, I don't care. I don't care top, bottom, middle, any part of that net. I just want to see the ball go behind the goalkeeper and, ripple that net, man. I want to see him, and I want to see him do that from an onside position, because he's starting to remind me of Timo Werner. Where he's able to to get the ball on target. Actually, Timo Werner was better, because Timo Werner would score when he's in the offside position. Lukaku was hitting the target from an offside position. But anyway, enough banter. Chris, thank you very much. Let me hear Bobby. Let me hear from Bobby. Bobby, tell me what you took away from that press conference, mate. What was the key elements that you took from that press conference? And welcome to the show, mate.
Yeah, hi guys. Hi. There's a couple of things. First of all, I want to go back to what Max said earlier about the away goal, which I completely agree with. You see, we have this thing in football where a couple of people in authority, if their team doesn't win because of a rule, they choose to change the rule. It's like these people that came out with the golden goal because they didn't want the penalty kicks. Whereas penalty kicks is football. It is perhaps the most exciting part of the game. There can only be one winner. And if your team fluffs it, they fluff it. But, that happened a lot with England. England would lose on penalty kicks. Then the FA started lobbying the world to try and get rid of penalty kicks. I hate that. The away goal is a very exciting part of knockout football, especially the Champions League. Now, because it hasn't worked for whoever, they've taken it away, and I think that's detrimental. And I really hope they reverse that, because where does it end? Well, we're going to stop having kickoffs at the beginning of games because somebody finds.
Hey, Bobby, if we take kickoffs from the beginning of games, where's the clock going to get his touches from, man?
Well, exactly. So this whole thing is a bit silly, but it is what it is. We are where we are. We always have to ride the wave of nonsense before we get to sanity. And moving on to Lukaku. Now, I don't know. We have a lot of people that just like to criticize something without a solution. And to me, that is also not intelligent. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Romelu Lukaku is very, or rather, let me put it this way. Thomas Tuchel was very, very, very much a part of bringing Romelu Lukaku into this club. He was promised a top striker. He knew the whole issue of Haaland was too expensive. And I do not believe for 1 second that the club, even though they made a mistake in getting Lukaku, would have bought Lukaku without the blessing of Tuchel. And just as was said in some streams yesterday, his conferences when Lukaku was initially purchased is testimony to that. So let's get off this, they're not backing Tuchel. Lukaku is a backing of Tuchel. Whether he's worked or not is another matter. Now, tomorrow, these people can't be... Anybody in the Champions League, especially if you've got to the knockout stages, you can't be taken for granted. Okay, they don't have their manager. They have an issue with their top striker. But yet again, we complain about us not playing well because we forget so easily. We think, okay, we've spoken about our injuries. Next game, let's talk as if everything is fixed. It's not fixed. We still have a lot of players out injured. We still played with a system that was heavily reliant on our two wing-backs, with no backup to those two wing-backs. So when they were injured, somebody pointed out something to me today and I smiled. Lukaku has never played with both Chilwell and James. So to be fair to him, listen, I'm one of the biggest critics of Lukaku. I didn't want him in the first place. But at the same time, I'm one of, it seems, the biggest backers of Lukaku. Because I think somewhere along the line, we've got this guy, we know his deficiencies, and now we have to learn to use him with those deficiencies to our advantage. We've lost the midfield thrust, and you'll see later from the team I selected, there was a bit of a protest to the lack of midfield thrust that we have. We've lost that. And we've lost that because of injuries. And because of that, we've been struggling.
Bobby, your team selection, I can't wait to discuss it, man, because it's very.
When we get there, I'll explain myself. It's a bit of a protest, But
no. It's good for me. I mean, there's a guy who I used to follow and I used to talk to. He says, think outside the box, and you've done that in your selection. You have been way outside the box, and it'll be interesting.
As I said, it's a bit of a protest. I know it probably won't be played tomorrow, but it's just what I feel is missing in the team. But that aside, we have to remember, we're talking about, we want to do this, we want to do that. We're still playing handicapped. And this thing will not be fully rectified until next season. We still have a manager that is relatively just getting used to the team. This is his first full season. And we have to acknowledge that in all our criticism, in all our demands, in all our wants, it's not going to be fixed with the snap of a finger or by the next week's Saturday game. Chilwell isn't coming back soon. James, who knows when he'll be back, is still struggling. I don't see us playing Mount tomorrow. If we do, it'll be interesting because
I think Mount might be in the squad. He won't start, but he could come off the bench. Is the latest in respect to him?
Yeah, absolutely. Mount is the sort of guy that will play with one leg, but he won't be effective. So we've got issues. Cho is out. Who knows what Aspi will be like? These are warriors. Aspi's going to come on, and he's another one that will play with one leg. So we must consider this when we're looking for these sterling performances for Chelsea. We're not playing, one, with our first team choice. Two, we haven't yet given Tuchel that longevity to create that squad depth that he can use and rotate efficiently. I continue to maintain he has done incredibly well. He's really moved mountains to give us the trophies he has. but there's still a journey to be had. And, you know, I'm like you. I really think it's important we win against Liverpool. If we finish this season in the top 3 and get some more cups, I'm happy. All about next season and planning for next season.
Yep. Listen, this Sunday is going to be massive. It's going to be massive because we've already won 2 trophies. If we can get another one, you know, it's gonna lighten up the season for us. You know, I really, really want this Carabao Cup. I really want it, especially on the back of the Super Cup and the Club World Cup. But we'll be talking about that in due course. Let's get this Champions League fixture out of the way. Big up to you, Bobby. Thank you for your insight. Let me go to Eric. Before I go to Eric, guys, seriously, I am shocked at the response we have on the likes. We're on 85 likes already. That is fantastic. Thank you to everyone who's hit that like button. I want to ask you, let's try and smash 200 likes tonight. Let's try and smash 200 likes. So keep them likes coming in. I want to see 200 likes. If you want to help me, you want to support my channel, that's what you got to do. One click on that like button. Let's try and get 200 likes. There's 150 of you in the stream right now, so you know it's not going to take a lot of effort if you all do it. So much love and respect to everyone who has hit that like button already. Eric Blue, what did you take away from the Tuchel press conference, mate?
Yeah, the first thing I think is when he said that people shouldn't laugh at Lukaku. I found that very interesting. You know, we shouldn't make fun of him. We shouldn't laugh at him. We should try to support him. That's what I got from what he said there. So, you know, there's no use, you know, saying the things that a lot of people. I know it's banter. Maybe it's, you know, it's a way of, you know, not focusing on
trying. Yeah, you see, there's 2 ways you can look at this. You can make light of the situation, which, in my opinion, is fine because we are in a awkward situation, and you need to put some humor to it to overcome it. But then there's the other side where you are taking the piss. You know, you are trying to take the piss out of him, out of the player, in a way which is disrespectful, harmful. That is not wanted. That is not. That's not going to be productive in any shape or form. I mean, you know, having humor. But again, it's a fine line. So, you know, it's not easy. It's a fine line. Yeah, carry on.
I mean, that tells me that he might have seen some things, right? Maybe
I'm sure he has.
Maybe he saw people laughing at Lukaku, or he read something about that, you know, someone making a joke about him on an article or something like that. Maybe that's why he's made those comments. But I'm hoping that he means what he says in terms of, you know, Lukaku being the way forward. Lukaku is part of the solution, which I have no reason to think that he's just saying that. I think he means what he's saying. I trust in, you know, his judgment. All these games that we've been complaining that Lukaku is starting, you know, I think Tuchel knows what he's doing. So I'm backing the manager. I believe Tuchel wanted Lukaku. I really do. If Lukaku was performing, nobody would even be talking about whether he wanted him or not. That's the funniest part of this whole thing. So I'm not going to start speculating and focusing on whether he wanted him or not. The point is, he's here now. Get the best out of him. And yes, like Bobby was saying, you know, the squad affected. You know, when we're not playing our best team, we've seen how the performances have dropped off. You know, so playing with better players, playing with key players, as Tuchel says, would probably help Lukaku's form. It would help him to, you know, get the chances he needs or whatever, you know, the confidence. So we can give it a little bit more time. I don't think people should be focusing on trying to sell Lukaku right now. I think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy because we know Lukaku isn't going anywhere, at least for the rest of this season. So we just have to try to get the best out of him, you know. I'm not going to compare it with another player in our team who cost a lot of money and he didn't quite, hit the heights. But it's all about trying to get the best out of them. They're still human beings. You can't assume that, just because he's earning so much money, everything should just work out. At the end of the day, he needs to, get out of whatever is holding him back. And I believe, hopefully, Tuchel will do that. Tuchel will help him. He will give him the best chance to do that. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm expecting him to start. I think something else that was interesting was when the journalist asked him about the fact that our defensive players have been standing out. Our best players have been our defenders, and the attacking players have struggled. And I think Tuchel just that was like a light-hearted response. I don't think he was trying to excuse himself or trying to explain that, I can't figure this out because there's some kind of historic thing. There's some kind of, law going on with the club that the club just can't, we just can't get the best out of strikers for the most part. We just have issues going forward because of something to do with the club. I don't think he was serious. I just think that he was, being.
Eric, you good?
Yeah, sorry, I got interrupted. But what was I saying? I was saying, yeah, so I don't think Tuchel was serious with that comment. I don't think we should be concerned about what he said. It's just, it's a light-hearted response.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm not really worried about that. I don't think that's a problem. Is there anything else? I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows. The comment wasn't something that's a surprise to him, right? From the journalist. The journalist knows that. Sorry,
Eric,
Tuchel knows. Yeah, sorry.
Eric, one point. When he addressed the myth surrounding Chelsea number 9s, Chelsea strikers, it's interesting that he addressed that because, this is something that we the fans talk about. When the coach talks about it, do you think that this is something that has been discussed within the team? Is it something that is on their minds? Is it something? Is it a fact? Is it? What would you make of that?
I don't know why he mentioned. I mean, I'm pretty sure Tuchel knows a lot of stuff about Chelsea. He would have been briefed about a lot of things. So he's pretty much a Chelsea fan. Let's put it like that in air quotes. He's a Chelsea fan. He knows a lot about what the fans think about all sorts of things. So I don't really know why he mentioned it, but I don't think the reason is so important for him mention. I just think he just mentioned it, maybe to just make light of just not to focus too much. He knows, everybody knows. He knows he's not stupid. We have had issues going forward, but I just remember something about that specific issue, which is last season. I think we scored like 25 goals in 20 games, which is very bad, right? That's horrible. But it's improved this season. It's improved a little bit, so it's not as if nothing is happening. It is improving. So I think. Sorry, I got interrupted again. So I think it's improving. The goals we're scoring, it's improving a little bit, but it's not where we want it to be. So it's just about gradually getting it to where we want it to be. So I don't see any major. It's just a gradual thing. We have to be patient. So that's it.
All right. Cheers, Eric. We'll come back to you. A little bit of advice to all those of you who are looking to become YouTubers and start up a YouTube channel. Always make sure that your laptop is plugged into the power supply. I literally I was 10 seconds away from getting disconnected from the stream because I forgot to plug my computer in, my laptop in. Let me Let me go to Gabriel. But before I go to Gabriel, 103 likes, fantastic. We've smashed 100. Now let's push to 150 and beyond. Gabriel, interesting press conference. Diplomatic answers to some questions, not so diplomatic to others. What was your take from that press conference, mate? And welcome
Tout
to the stream.
d'abord, bonsoir, messieurs. Deuxièmement, je pense que Thomas
showing
est un excellent entraîneur. Diplomate et mesuré dans ses réponses.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. English, please. English, please.
No, I'm just teasing. That's the beauty of Google Translation.
Yeah, Boogeyman. Why doesn't Boogeyman speak some French for you? You need to speak some French for us as well.
To who?
Yeah, just say a sentence or something.
Hang on. Before we continue, I really want to know this. I'm guessing there's a few languages here on the stream. I'll go first. I can speak fluently 2 languages, Arabic and English. Max, what languages can you speak fluently?
Boy, and that's I can't speak Jamaican.
All right. All right. So English, 2 dialects, Jamaican and British English. Boogeyman.
A little bit of French.
Little bit of French.
Yeah.
No. I want to know fluent. So, all right. Boogeyman. I'm gonna guess German, French, and English. Or is there more? Boogie.
Yeah, 2 other African languages.
Which ones?
Hausa and Mina.
All right. Sweet. Chris, how many languages can you speak fluently?
This is going to shock everybody here, yeah? This is going to shock. I can speak 10, and I can list them off. I can speak 10 languages, yeah? So here we go. Scottish, English, English-Scottish, German, Italian, Spanish, Latin, Portuguese. I think there's one more. Is that 10?
I mean,
that's 12.
It depends how many times you say Scottish and English, but
I'm only joking, lads. I can't speak any languages.
Listen. I'm glad that I can understand your Scottish accent, because I've got I've met a few people who speak Scottish in an accent I really can't understand.
What?
Something like that, exactly. Yeah.
Is
right.
Billy Gilmore Scottish? No, he's not.
Billy Gilmore is Scottish. Is Scottish.
The MMA fighter.
McGregor, Irish.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Good. All right. Bobby, any languages apart from English?
I can speak English, Cockney, and South London. South, mate.
Hey, listen. Cockney is a mad language. It's a mad language because if you don't understand Cockney, it might just put you in a little bit of a bubble, right? Right. Am I right there, Bobby? It might get you into a little bit of a bubble.
Either that, or it'll disturb your apples and pears.
Apples and pears, steers. You're having a steak.
Wow. All right, listen.
You're having a giraffe, mate.
You're having a giraffe. Let's move on. Before we start to get into uncharted territory.
Eric, is gonna speak some French for us. Oh, you're asking me?
Listen,
oh, yeah. Look,
I'm asking you.
Okay. So, I'm trying to learn some languages. Okay. I'm sure you know I told you guys before. You know, I'm trying to learn Spanish, and I'm trying to learn some Japanese as well. But
what is Scottish?
No, I haven't gotten to that one yet. But yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm fluent at those because I'm still learning. But I'm fluent at English. I don't sound British, but I speak English, and I think I speak American as well. So those are the 2 ones I know.
You're going to upset people now because there is an American language. It's English. It's English.
Yeah. Look, that was obviously that was a joke. But I thought it was funny though.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they play football and we play soccer, but that's a different debate. All right, let me go to Gabriel. Gabriel, I know you speak Arabic, you speak French, obviously, and English. Any more languages?
No, I just speak English, man, as fluent.
But what about French?
No, just GCSE level, isn't it? But,
all right, and Arabic. I know you speak Arabic.
Yeah, Arabic. I can get round. I'm not fluent, but yeah. But one thing I would say, I did that's the one big thing I think in the UK that we're not great at, learning languages, and it's a shame because it's such a beautiful thing to be fluent in other languages. So, and that's probably been one of my, biggest dreams in life is to really master a second or third or even fourth language. So, but anyway, sorry, I think I sort of sidetracked with my.
You did. Continue.
Yeah, no. So in short, Tuchel is a very measured type of person in the conference room. He's not as explosive as maybe Jose or Conte would be in terms of creating drama around certain questions. You might get a little bit irritable in body language, but he always answers in a diplomatic way. So, but in terms of tomorrow's game, I think reading between the lines, the fact he mentioned the away goals rule being taken out of the equation, that means we don't have to worry about conceding. So I'm hopeful we're just going to go and attack. And I don't know if you've seen my predictive lineup. I know it's a bit...
We'll discuss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I think
I saw it.
We just need to go for it. Yeah. Right. And with the Lukaku situation, keep playing him. Let's give him ample opportunities to perform. And then at the end of the day, if he doesn't, I think a lot of it is on him rather than on Tuchel and systems and this and that.
All right. Fantastic. We have with us Mr. Dennis P, the couch critic. Welcome to the stream. Before we start with your reaction to the Tuchel press conference, how many languages can you speak?
English and broken English. Broken English. How about that?
I'll take that.
Because my Pacho's not that good.
Yeah. Listen. You and Max Burton have a common dialect between you. But I can just about do it, but not as good as you guys, obviously.
You can just
listen.
Come on, you can just.
Man can be trying it, No. Seriously, for me, it's one of the most beautiful dialects of English to learn because it flows. It really flows, and it's if you can master it. I mean, you guys probably know these guys. I grew up listening to Shabba Ranks and Maxi Priest and
Yellowman.
People. Who?
Yellowman. Yeah, Yellowman.
No. I didn't listen.
You gotta check him out.
There was those two guys. Buju Banton.
Yeah, Buju Banton
was sick.
Yeah.
No.
Beanie Man? Oh my
English.
God.
Tip Iris is English.
Who's the other English guy? What's that? There's another English guy that's actually bubbling under a little bit.
Smiley Culture.
No, there's a
police office. That in a police officer. That one.
Yeah, I know the tune, but I was thinking of another guy. It's like,
welcome to the reggae channel.
That's why.
Big up.
Big up. Listen,
Dennis Brown.
Dennis Brown is one of my heroes, man. He's
listen. We'll talk about reggae in another stream. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
You brought it on yourself, man.
I know. It's all Gabriel's fault. Listen, remind me to kick Gabriel out of the panel group after this stream is over, man. He's sidetracking us all over the place. No. For real. Couch. what was your main takeaways from that press conference? Listen, Bob Marley's a legend, man. Bob Marley is a legend. Big up, man. Go on, Couch.
Yeah, I think there wasn't really much to latch onto. I think that one of the major things that stuck out for me was the fact that he's going to be, sticking with Lukaku. Like he basically said that, like, we're having problems in the final third. We're trying to work it out, but he sees Lukaku as the solution and not the problem. So that to me means that he's going to ride with him, and ride him until he falls off. So that is something to take away from the discussion. And I don't know where does that come from though? Like because what we've seen, let's be honest, like what we've seen from Lukaku within the last 10 games that he's playing right now hasn't really inspired, an automatic start every time. But for whatever reason, Tuchel is saying that, this is my horse. I'm riding this guy. He's playing every game, regardless of what his form looks like. And, that tells me one of two things. It's either, we paid a 97 million for this guy and we have to like force feed him into form, or, he sees something that we don't see. And I don't see what he sees, because if he sees something that we don't see, I don't see it, definitely. Because what I see is we're trying to play low block, try to attack low block defenses with a striker that doesn't have the technical ability to do it. And, I've always been saying that we need to like play a higher line in order for Lukaku to have more space and time to get in behind defenses. And we're not doing that. Like, we were camped out in Crystal Palace's half that entire game, and the pitch is so condensed. That's not conducive to Lukaku being effective. But again,
do you think Tuchel is trying to be a psychologist?
Maybe. I mean, that's part of being a manager. You have to get into the heads of your players. But I mean, is he being effective in that role? Like, is it really helped Lukaku at all?
You know what? I don't want to see him being a psychologist in the press conferences. I don't want to see him doing that, with the general public. You want to be a psychologist? There's people who get paid for doing that. Get some psychologists, get them to talk to him. You can chip in with your intellect, mind games, feedback. Do what you got to do to get him to perform. But I think what we're seeing in the press conference, it's something that a few of us have said. Diplomatic. I think it's more of minimizing the issue, because we have to minimize the issue for the general public while we are trying to resolve it behind closed doors. And I guarantee you, the fact that he addressed the myth of the number 9, the myth of the striker issue, the jinx that Chelsea has, I'm telling you, there is psychologists backstage doing some work trying to address this, because it wouldn't be brought up in a press conference if there wasn't things happening behind the scenes in respect to that. Couch. Listen. I don't want to debate this right now. I want to give everyone a chance to give me their take. We're gonna go and look at the lineups, and then we will get into a debate in respect to all of these aspects. Because otherwise, we're not going to have enough time to do all of this. Couch, anything else to add to the press conference?
No, I really didn't think there was much to take away from it, other than the fact that this is going to be a game that we have to really be cognizant of and win. We have to win it.
Yeah, and hopefully win it well, because of the form of the opposition. We should be looking to win it well. Now, lads, we're going to look at the lineups that is being predicted or that has been selected by every single one of my panelists. Now, these lineups and this selection, only the panelists will be given the opportunity to explain. I may ask a couple of questions. Panelists, I'll ask you not to go more than 2 minutes, because there's a lot of you and there's a lot to get through on the stream. So I want each and one of you to give me a 2-minute summary of why you have selected this team and why you think either Tuchel will be picking this, or you think there's a case for him to pick this lineup. The first one we're going to look at is, and I'm going to go by the order they were submitted. So the first one that was submitted is Eric Blue's one. So let's have a look at what Eric Blue has submitted for us. Eric Blue believes Chelsea will be playing a 4-3-2-1 setup or a 4-3-3 setup. Mendy in goal. I'm not sure why you have Rudiger and Silva in these positions. I would have thought they would have been on the other way around, but it's okay. Alonso and Azpilicueta as our fullbacks. Pulisic in the midfield with Jorginho and Kovačić. Ziyech, Havertz flanking Lukaku as our striker. Eric Blue, explain to me why you have gone with this lineup.
Yes. Okay. So the partnership, I would have had them the other way around, but I think I saw Rudiger on the right and Silva on the left. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's what we're doing. So is that wrong?
Yeah. Definitely Rudiger on the left.
Okay. So I must have missed something there. So yeah. Okay. So yeah. So let's just assume that it's the other way around.
Pulisic in midfield.
It's difficult because I'm assuming we won't play a double pivot because I can't remember the last time we played a double pivot with the back four. So who would play ahead? Would there be a 10? I think Pulisic was a 10 in the last game, right? So maybe if this was a double pivot, it would be Kovačić and Jorginho and then Pulisic ahead. But I also thought, maybe Pulisic would help defensively, maybe like as a makeshift right back. So that's why I had him on the right.
So a hybrid 5 at the back or a 4 at the back, depending on. All right. Okay.
And then Alonso, Alonso is not really a left back, but I'm assuming and I'm hoping that we won't be too exposed, even though Alonso's there by Lille. And I don't think Malang Sarr, he's not a long-term option. I don't know if we can rely on him in that position. I'm assuming Alonso will come back. He hasn't played too much recently, so that's why I have Alonso there. And obviously he came on and got the assist for the winning goal. Up front, maybe Tuchel will persist with Havertz on the left. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the team up front. I know Lukaku will start for sure. Ziyech on the right, that should happen. I see no reason why we shouldn't, play. Ziyech is one of our, informed attackers, so we have to keep playing him, I think. And this is an important game. This is huge. We have to get a positive result. So, and Mount is out. Callum is out. So this is what I'm not sure it's going to be what we see, but something like this. Maybe everybody will be playing, but not quite the way it looks. So that's it.
All right. Fair enough. Boogeyman, am I going with your first selection or your second selection? Boogeyman.
My second.
Your second. In that case, we will highlight Gabriel's selection next.
Why is that, man?
Because Gabriel submitted it straight after your first selection.
Okay.
All right. No, because there's a lot on the screen. I'm going to take them one by one in order. Chris is currently unavailable, so we're going to go to Gabriel. Gabriel has got an interesting formation, a FIFA style formation, a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Mendy in goal, Malang Sarr and Azpilicueta in the fullbacks, Thiago Silva, Rudiger centre backs, holding midfielder Kovačić, Ziyech, Pulisic on the left and the right wing position or left and right mid position. Havertz as the attacking cam. Werner, Lukaku up front. A very, very attacking formation.
Yeah.
A very attacking selection. I don't see...
4-1-3-2. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Gabriel, let me hear your thoughts behind this, mate. Take it away.
What's wrong with that?
I love it.
It's not gonna listen.
No, I'm teasing. Yeah.
Should I answer you? Or do you want to go ahead and explain it?
All this issue about two holding midfielders, this double pivot. I'm not sure in this type of game we need that sort of approach.
Sure.
No, I know we're not doing that well in attack, but we're also playing against a team mid-table in the French league, and there's an element of this being, there's an element of this being redemption for Pulisic, redemption for Werner, redemption for Lukaku. Even we could say redemption to some degree for Havertz. So I've put Havertz as a cam, floating in the attacking third. I'm hoping Pulisic will push up. Werner will be a whippet on the left, and he can play off of Lukaku. So let's see what that, what fruits come from that. Ziyech has to play because he's been our best sort of attacker over the last month or so. I think the back four is pretty stable. I know Sarr was a bit dodgy with some sort of tackles against Palace, but overall I think it's a good starting 11.
Okay, I think this formation is not one that we will see because we haven't seen it played by Chelsea. I can't remember seeing this formation being played by Chelsea.
Never. This is a 4-4-2 diamond, basically, right? This is 4-4-2
Exactly. If we were to play this, Gabriel, I would not have Kovačić in that position. I may play Kante, may play Jorginho, but I wouldn't play Kovačić as a lone holding midfielder. I can see the back line starting, but in a different setup. I think Bobby is probably gonna also go down a route where he chooses similar type of players to you, if I remember correctly. But I think this is too aggressive. If you want to win a game and you need to score a few, and you want to win it by a few goals, and you want to press the team, good lineup. Good tactics, but for the Champions League first game, I'm not seeing that. But Gabriel, thank you for your submission. I'll go back. No. I mean, listen.
Are we able to comment on that? Do you mind?
No.
Okay.
No. Because we don't have time.
Before you,
we don't have time.
I'm not commenting on it. Just to say my lineup. I'm just making sure that I didn't imagine anything. Because I think we saw Rudiger on the right and Silva on the left against Spurs in the Premier League. So that's where
Spurs in the Premier League.
Yeah, when we beat them 2-0. So that was the one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So obviously it's not the main go-to thing, but I'm just wondering why that was a different. I don't know why he did it differently.
Funny thing is, Chris has done the same thing as you. Just to let you know. All right, so I'm going to bring up Chris's formation.
As a Gabriel, you mean?
No, I mean Chris.
The same as who? Eric Blue or Gabriel?
Same as Eric. He's got Rudiger and Silva in the opposite positions. Yeah. So this is Chris's formation, a 4-3-3 formation or a 4-3-2-1 formation. He's got Malang Sarr as the left back. He's got Azpilicueta as the right back. Mendy in goal. Silva, Rudiger as our centre backs. He's playing all three of our holding midfielders in a straight back three holding midfielder system. Ziyech, Havertz flanking Lukaku up front. Chris, give me your thoughts behind this formation, mate, and this lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I've only got 2 minutes, so let's make this quick. So this is the Iron Brew 11. Okay, so we've got obviously Mendy in goal. There's no questions asked there. Azpilicueta, Rudiger and Silva, no questions asked. Sarr, I thought, you know what? I think Tuchel will play Sarr ahead of Alonso because I think he might do. Sarr played the left back against Spurs when we won 2-0, so I think, why not? Put him in there, Put him in there. The midfielders, N'Golo Kante, best player of all time.
Jorginho, the Italian maestro, and Kovacic for me will play the direct passes to Lukaku, and that I think that's if the solution is that, Kovacic is that solution for the direct passes. Ziyech, he's been our best attacker, to be honest, the last month or two, so he has to start. Lukaku, he needs to do more than 7 touches this game because I'll kick off big time, so he needs to do more than 7 touches. And as for Kai Havertz, he's a silky German, mate. Kai Havertz is the best on earth, so big up. I am Brew 11, managed by Chris. My assistant is Boogeyman, Team Boogeyman. Big up, let's go.
I'm not sure what to say, man. You know what, Chris? Good lineup. Thank you very much. I think we could possibly see something different in respect to the 3 you have in midfield. I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Saul Niguez or.
Well, to be honest, mate, what I was going to say was I was going to swap Jorginho actually for one of the best players of all time, Danny Drinkwater. I thought Danny Drinkwater could maybe come off loan from Reading and walk in that midfield, mate. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I was thinking maybe we could have Ruben Loftus-Cheek or Saul Niguez in this position, as I don't want to see our 3 main midfielders being employed in this way. I think rotation would be ideal for playing this. Saul Niguez, Ruben Loftus-Cheek may feature.
I thought it'd be helpful if you can move because you can't move the players, can you, into the position? So it's the kind of that's the format they've put. But yeah, I agree. Danny Drinkwater though, that was an option, mate. I'm not gonna lie, that was an option.
All right. Cheers. Thanks for that. Let me have a look at the next. I
love you, Chris.
Team Boogeyman, man. Big up.
So this will be Bobby's lineup. All right. Let's have a look at Bobby's lineup. All right, so Bobby has gone for a 5-3-2 setup, and it's a very interesting setup. Mendy in goal, Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger back 3, Saw left wing back, Azpilicueta right wing back. A very attacking midfield of Pulisic, Havertz and Ziyech with 2 strikers, Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku. Bobby, take it away, mate. Explain your lineup.
Yeah, as I said, certainly the midfield is unlikely, very unlikely. But I did that deliberately. The back is solid, perhaps the most solid we've got at the moment. But this was a protest lineup because last night I was thinking about all the fuss around Lukaku. And yes, his pants, he needs to be actually spoon-fed to score goals. Okay, but he's still he's still our player. He's still a physical presence. He's still on his moments, can do something quite outrageous. So we've got to find a way to get the outrageous. And I reverted back to what I was saying last season about our midfield. I think that's the source of our problems. We haven't addressed the midfield problem. I was wondering, when you find yourself in a situation where pundits heap praises on your players a lot, especially if they're Chelsea players, you've got to worry. Jorginho, yes, these guys are effective at what they do, but what does it produce for the team? He's constantly going backwards and sideways. And people say he has a defensive quality, but in truth, Jorginho is covered up for a lot by Rudiger and Thiago. So there's a bit of a question mark there going forward. N'Golo Kante, I absolutely love N'Golo Kante. Midfield destroyer, spoiler of any move from the opposition in midfield. Final third, atrocious. His passing in the final third is so poor. His finishing, we don't even want to talk about it. Once in a while, he gets there. Kovacic, fantastic on the ball. Great dribbling.
Bobby, Bobby, address your lineup, man. The players you're addressing are on the bench right now, sitting on the bench.
No, I need to talk about these players because people are going to wonder why I haven't put any of our midfielders there. So, Kovačić, well, the story we know about him, beats the press, everything right in midfield, final third, pathetic. Now, what do we need? We need players in the middle that are going to give us something going forward, and perhaps with in pure inverted commas, somewhat weakened Lille, which I don't believe for a minute, we can afford to be a little bit more aggressive in attack. Havertz can do a job in midfield. Ziyech can do a bit of a job in midfield. And I think I had Pulisic there as well to support Werner going forward, who I think someone said actually does have a case to prove. And of course, dare I say, Lukaku. It is adventurous, it is ambitious, it is unlikely, but it is also a protest saying, come next season, we need to sort out somebody, one, maybe two new midfielders.
Keyword, unlikely. But listen, outside of the box, I agree. I'm getting some comments in here. Listen, guys, Bobby is showing us what
5-5 formation.
Oh man, listen. Bobby, this is not only a protest, man. This is a protest. This is a sit-in. This is a riot. This is a oh my god! All right, fantastic.
I'm doing it deliberately. I don't care about the comments. I'm not here for that. I'm not picking the team tomorrow. I'm just expressing my absolute disgust.
Yeah, I'm backing Bobby, man.
Allow things to get this bad in our
Look,
midfield.
your assessment of our three midfielders, I agree with 100%. I agree with 100%, and that is why we do need to figure out a way, and this might be making excuses or whatnot, but I do believe we need to figure out a way to get our midfielders involved more in our attack, not in building our attacks. You see, Hawkins yesterday on the stream, he was talking about he wants to see more from Kante, more from Jorginho, more from Kovačić, and that is exactly what you're saying here, Bobby. And I agree. I think they do a great job in controlling the tempo and controlling the game, but they are lacking. But they are lacking in opening up the opposition. And, players like Fabregas in the past, even Michael Essien to a certain degree, if we go further back, you're talking about Di Matteo's, they could get, attacks built up from the central midfield roles. Anyway, let's continue. Fantastic. The next lineup is, I think this is Bobby's lineup coming up. Sorry, Boogeyman's lineup. Podfather, no, he's not here. Let's go to Boogeyman. All right, Boogeyman's lineup is interesting. Let's
Ross
have
Barkley,
a look.
let me guess. Ross Barkley's in there.
Actually,
Kennedy.
no.
Kennedy's in there. It's got
Kennedy's in there.
Yeah.
All right, so easy. Relax.
Yo, what's
Take
all
it
those haters
easy.
about couch?
Easy. All right, Boogeyman has gone with a 3-4-2-1 attack or a 3-4-3 attack. Mendy in goal, 3 centre backs, Rudiger, Silva, and Chalobah, with Kennedy as a left wing back, and Pulisic as the right wing back or as the right midfielder. Jorginho and Kovačić in the heart of midfield, with Havertz and Ziyech flanking Romelu Lukaku up front. You know what? This is the first time Boogeyman has actually included Romelu Lukaku in his attack for a very long time. I would not be surprised to see him drop tomorrow.
That was my intent anyway.
Yeah.
Listen,
Let me hear it. Boogie.
Yeah, Romelu will start. The fact is, I thought after the World Cup win and his contribution, he will be pumped up and energetic and to play.
Who?
Romelu.
After his World Cup win, he played the game since then.
Yeah, I know. I thought after that win, after we won the World Cup and his contribution 2 goals against Crystal Palace, we will have seen a different Lukaku, right? So, and I think we have to give him another chance. And like Bobby said at one point, I always said Romelu Lukaku is a Tuchel signing. We need to just accept that, and he need to play Lukaku into form, or at least play him till everybody agree that maybe we should accept that he is a bad investment, and maybe we can just accept and cut our losses and buy a new striker. But until then, he has to be there because there's a chance that he might turn this whole thing around and start producing. So he has to be there. Havertz and Ziyech. Ziyech is no question. Havertz has to be pretty much keeping there so he can reach his form. Just in case Lukaku become available, we know Havertz will be moving to that position, so he has to be playing this game. Since I think he got injured, he's still also working into his his form. So Kennedy there is the surprising one, but the reason why I like to have Kennedy there is because we play Lille, and Lille is not on top form, and Kennedy is also an attacking-minded wing back. So I thought it's perfect opportunity to start him. I wouldn't mind if Alonso started also. And Pulisic on the other side, Pulisic become one of those players that utility players. So I just think in Champions League, we haven't played back 3 in Champions League, and it's not going to start tomorrow. Tuchel will go, we haven't played back 4, I would like to say, in Champions League, and it's not going to start tomorrow. So because of back 3, and in my first selection, I put Hudson-Odoi there, but then I noticed that he was not even in training today. So that's why I put Pulisic there. And Chalobah, because of his physicality, and Pulisic will be a good backup for Pulisic. Yeah, that's why I didn't put Christensen behind Pulisic. Chalobah is more physical and progressive pass. And when it comes to Jorginho, I think Jorginho will be playing because of the fact that I think Osmoda said after this game we have another 6 or 7 game every 3 days or every 2 days or something. And when we reach those series of games, you need Jorginho to control the rhythm, the tempo of the game. It cannot be a crazy game. You put Kante in that position, it would be a crazy one. We would just be chasing, control the ball, not controlling the ball. It would be crazy, physically demanding. But when Jorginho is on the game, pretty much, we're trying to control the tempo. The energy is also controlled. So Jorginho will be playing this series at least 5 out of 7 of those games, even 6 out of 7, or even 7 out of 7 of those games. So I'm pretty sure he will be there. When it comes to Kovačić, someone already said it. He is the only one that seemed to see Lukaku as fast as possible, so he has to be there. And the back 3.
Boogie, is your clock running slow? Seriously, because I said 2 minutes, man. It's like, come on.
Yo, I haven't said anything since I've been trying to talk. You've been calling me up, and now I have a chance to talk. You call me again, man. Anyways, yeah. So I'm done, anyways. Rudiger and Silva picked themselves, and Mendy in the goal, and we're good, man.
Great team,
Boogeyman.
Great team.
Boogeyman. Seriously, I can see this happen. I can see this lineup happen. If we do play 3 at the back, which is quite possible. I do believe that Kennedy could be employed tomorrow. And I think if we play a wingback setup, I could see Kennedy being employed tomorrow, unless we brought him in for no reason. Because if you're gonna use him, this is a good opportunity as any to use Kennedy. So I could see it happening. Me personally, I think we will more likely go with a 4 at the back system. But if we do play that system, I wouldn't be surprised. A very good lineup, a very good setup, and no issues with that. Cheers, Boogeyman. Let me look at the next selection. The next selection is Max Burton. Max Burton's lineup. Interesting. I can see this. Max Burton has gone with a 4-2-3-1 system, but the holding 4-2-3-1 system rather than the attacking 4-2-3-1 system. Mendy in goal, Alonso, Aspi as our fullbacks, Thiago and Mudiga as our centre backs. 2 holding midfielders in Jorginho, Kovačić. 3 attackers behind Lukaku, Pulisic, Havertz, and Ziyech. Good lineup. Max, take it away.
Yeah, so my main reason was the man in form is Ziyech. So we play to Ziyech's strengths. Playing 3 at the back doesn't play to Ziyech's strengths. Okay, this guy scored 4 goals in 4 in the league. Okay, so if we want to get the best out of Lukaku, I think what we discussed the other day against Crystal Palace, Pulisic on the left, Havertz playing just behind, and Aspi should be fit. So I think Kante looks a bit. I'm not sure whether he can play 2 games in a week. He just doesn't look himself on lately. And against Crystal Palace again, I thought he was a little bit off. So again, the reasons for Kova is what other people said. He likes to get the ball in quick for Lukaku's runs, so that's why I've cut Kova in there. And Alonso to come in for Sarr, just so that he can give that width, because Sarr's as good a defender he is, he doesn't get the crosses in as much. He's more of a defensive-minded midfield, fullback. So I think we can get somebody in to try and get in the crosses to the forward guys. And that's it, short and sweet. So Wicked took up one of my minutes. I'll just give you 1 minute.
No, listen, Max. I'll be honest with you. Your lineup and Boogeyman's lineup, for me so far, is the 2 most likely, depending on what formation we go with. If we were to go with the 3 at the back formation, I think Boogeyman would be very close to having it spot on. If we were to go with this formation, which is, in my opinion, the most likely one, this is what I would predict to be the starting lineup. So fantastic.
I know we're not allowed to ask questions, but I just.
But you're gonna break that law. But go on.
Yeah, Max. The fact that Lukaku, I'm just saying, the distance between Lukaku and the 3 midfielders is pretty long. Are you thinking about counter-attacker system? Is that what it is? I don't know. Maybe it's just.
That's just how it's set up, right?
No, I think it's not meant to be a defensive. You play foot. It's meant to be more of an attacking 4-2-3 rather than a defensive.
What do you call that? What do you call that? 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like So Havertz as the cam playing just behind Lukaku, and the 2 wide men closer to Lukaku, not that far away from Lukaku. Yeah.
Just to clarify, on FIFA, if you play this formation, you're allowed to use wingers in the formation. If you were to play the other one, it's more 3 cams behind the center, behind the striker. So it's a variation. It's more FIFA related than actually, for us. So great lineup, Max. Thank you.
And look at the greens. Look at the chemistry as well. Excellent chemistry.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be the all Chelsea players. But Showtime is not here. Podfather is not here. Where is Couch Critics lineup?
I didn't get one in. I was reading the.
You did?
No, I didn't. I'll go with Max's. Max's is pretty good for me.
Oh wow, what a cop out that is!
Sorry, man.
Of course, Max, man. Come on.
All right, what we're gonna do?
Me, man.
Okay, well, Boogie's without Kennedy. I'll put Alonso in there. Then.
Nah, Boogie, mate, pick up your team. Pick up your team.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna put on the screen 2 lineups. Just give me 1 second. Where did they go? Max Burton and Boogeyman. Right, I can't share two, so I'll just remind you guys in the chat of the two lineups, because I'm not gonna go and make a lineup. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna show you the two lineups again that Boogeyman and Max selected. Okay, so this is Boogeyman's. I think if we are to go...
Can I say something? Because people are laughing at me because I said I had a team full of Greens. Boogeyman's actually managed to get an all Chelsea team in there. Oh no, that guy's not Chelsea.
No, he's got Kennedy in there. Kennedy in there, man. Kennedy's from
Kennedy's changed nationality.
Is he from Nottingham Forest? No, this guy's from... Where is he from? Aberdeen. He's from Aberdeen.
Big up.
But he's got another red though, hasn't he? Rudiger.
Yeah.
Is that Rudiger next to?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got two reds.
No, he's only got one. How's he got
three
two?
reds. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's one player who's connected to three, so it's going to have three reds.
Yeah, 3 reds. Yeah.
All right, so if we were to play a 3 at the back system, this is what I'd predict would be what we'd go with. And if we were to play a 4 at the back system, this is what I would predict we will go with. So, yeah. All right, fantastic. Now, guys, I want to spend the next, let's say, half an hour talking with our fellow subscribers in the chat and getting them to give us their opinions on the game tomorrow. So, guys, I'm posting the link in the chat, and thank you to all the people who have liked the stream so far. And if you haven't liked it already, hit that like button. Much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. The link is in the chat. Anybody who wants to jump on and give us their thoughts and opinions about the game tomorrow, you're welcome to do so. Click on that link and jump on. How do you guys see the game panning out tomorrow?
Everyone's saying it's a gimme, but it's I just think, as I said before, we need to be on top of our game. They're not as good as they were, but they're no mugs. If DJ Savage still in there, he's got they got that guy David, because obviously Couch critic, you know about him, Jonathan David, don't you? Being Canadian,
dangerous striker.
This guy's he's a proper striker. Lukaku's got to show strength because they've got Font. He used to play at Southampton, and they've got the well thought of Sven Botman as their centre backs. So he's the one Newcastle are after, and he's meant to be a decent centre back. So they're no mugs at the back. They've also got that Renato Sanchez.
Yeah, Renato Sanchez.
Yeah, and remember Ben Arthur. He comes off the bench sometimes for them. And yeah, so they've got a few.
Ben Arthur still plays football.
Ben Arthur's there.
Ben Arthur.
Yeah, he's
really
there. Yeah,
I thought he retired. from football.
No, he just went to France.
He went through a lot of crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, and they got that guy Yilmaz, the Turkish guy. He's a bit older as well now. I think he's about 37 or 38, isn't he? But
yeah.
He used to be okay back in his day. But we should, as I said, we should be beating them. But I don't think we should just say, "Oh, it's going to be an easy win," because Plymouth was an easy win, wasn't it? It's meant to be an easy win, and other games were meant to be easy wins. So we can't go with that mentality of we'll just show up and get the win, because that's going to be dangerous. We need to play well, and let's face it, we haven't been in any sort of form of late. So I'll even take a 1-0 to bring back to Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with that. I think it's not going to be as straightforward, not because we don't have the quality. I just don't think we're in form. We're struggling to beat Palmeiras. No disrespect, obviously. Crystal Palace, no disrespect, but this is a Champions League. When teams play in the Champions League knockouts, you're seeing their best performances. Like Lille, not in the best form in the league, but Champions League is another chance for them to just find their form again. And like I said, like Max said, like that Jonathan David guy, trust me, he can play. He's a good player.
I said at the start how I wanted to go down. I want to see Lille fans crying, mate. I want to see the players crying. It's simple as that. I want to see us smash Lille tomorrow. I'm sick and tired of these 1-0 wins, man. I want to see when we smashed Norwich 7-0 and we smashed Leicester 3-0, I think it was. I want to see that. And also DJ Sav, if you're still there, DJ Sav. I want to book you for my wedding, mate. So hit me up, mate. But big up DJ Sav.
You getting married, Chris? Yes, guy.
When the time comes, DJ Sav, you got to.
Not right now.
Man, listen, this is what we're lacking at Chelsea Football Club. The man's already planning ahead to when he finds a missus and he decides to marry her, and then DJ Sav is going to be the man that does
what about
the.
Boogeyman?
Boogeyman's the best man. He's the best
I'm
man.
already there, man. What are you doing, Eric Blue?
Everyone's invited. Come on, man.
I think tomorrow game, like Mas said, we just need to take it seriously. 1-0, I'm happy. We're not scoring, right? And when you're not scoring against whatever team it is, small team, not good team, or not informed team, you just invited them to attack you. When you're not scoring, there is a chance that they can win that game. Or there is a chance that nobody scores. So it's no win in advance. We have to go then and perform. And the worst about the whole thing is we don't really trust our attack right now. And I just worry that our midfield may trying to do too much and just leave holes behind and expose our defense. So let's just keep our defensive structure and make sure we don't get scored on. I know the away goal doesn't count anymore, but still, let's just make sure we bring zero. How do you call it? I forgot. How do you clean sheet? Thank you. Let's make sure we bring a clean sheet back home at least. If we don't score, let's just bring a clean sheet back to Stamford Bridge. That's really important.
Yeah.
Just say it in French. If you don't understand the English term, just say it in French.
Yeah, exactly. Just say it in French. Yeah, I think Max is right. We can't underestimate any team, And I know a certain member of this panel doesn't rate the French league.
Yeah, me. That's me. Yeah, Farmers League.
Yeah, cool.
A lot of good players there.
There are a lot of good players, but I'm not too worried about Renato Sanches. I don't think he's one of the players. I don't even know if he's going to start. So I'm not particularly worried about him. I think he's a player who just never fulfilled his potential. So he might not even start. But the rest of them...
He had his worst game ever, didn't he, against us when he was playing for... Who was he playing for in the Premier League? Swansea. Didn't he pass to the ball boy or something?
Yeah.
It was awful. Yeah.
He's improved a lot since then, though. I can say that.
When he's playing for Portugal, he's a different player for some reason.
Hold on. Ooh. I have someone coming onto the stream.
Did you serve?
The name is familiar. The name is familiar. No. Do you know why he's coming on? Because he heard that he might get a gig from Chris, and he thought, yeah, let me get Big up, DJ. DJ. Welcome.
I didn't even notice. That was a good, wild guest. Beautiful.
Nice.
Big up, my man. How are you? How's the family? Hope you're doing good, my brother.
Is he there?
Are you waiting for the business, mate? I don't know. You're waiting for me to.
It's a nice. I like.
He's there. He's there. But DJ, can you hear us? DJ, can you hear us? Hello.
I know he has internet problems.
Yeah.
He's there in spirit.
Hey, listen. It's the thought. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts.
While we're talking about music, we forgot to say.
Hello. Can you guys?
Oh, we can hear you. You're a bit choppy.
Yo, DJ. Hello.
I think it's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. While we're talking about music, can I just say R.I.P. to Jamal Edwards as well, big Chelsea fan who passed away.
I don't know him. Like it's all over the news, but
he's got a YouTube channel where he does like rap and English rap and grime music, but he's a massive Chelsea fan as well. So Yeah, only 31, so yeah, sad loss.
31, that is really sad.
Yeah.
He was on the Chelsea YouTube channel. He was interviewing Chalobah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the last video on the Chelsea channel that he was in.
Mm-hmm.
But no detail of what happened, right? Probably never
They
going
said
to
it
be good in
was
detail.
an illness or something. I'm not sure what, but yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, you don't die of natural causes at that age, right? So something.
Sometimes.
Well, you
It
can.
just-
You can.
You can, yeah.
It still happen, man.
Natural causes.
Oh yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
I was trying to say,
I've known someone in their 30s who died in their sleep, unexplained.
Wow. I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's sad. It's always sad to see someone leave at such an early age.
That's crazy.
Especially when they have so much to give, and there's a lot that they could have contributed to society, to the fan base, I guess. It's sad to see them go. May their soul be granted paradise, and may God have mercy on them. So, R.I.P. Jamal.
I think this guy, in his short stay on Earth, I think he left quite a legacy from what I'm hearing. I mean, I don't really know who he is, but I hear he's done some interesting things. Can I just say, people keep talking about this game as if it's in Lille.
No, it's a Stamford Bridge. It's a home. It's a home game.
It's a home game.
Oh, it's a home
Oh yeah, I
game,
forgot.
right.
We finished second, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
finished second in
also-
our group.
Also, I fully appreciate and I understand, why there's always, from those that want us to do well, we approach these games with a lot of caution, with no, we're going to bash them 10-0 and all that. I don't do that either. But having said that, I never, ever, ever approach anything with fear. I think if we look at this game for all its reality, if we approach it right, we're turning these guys over. It's as simple as that. We've got to be humble about it, of course. We've got to play our best game, of course. But I have no fear, and we should have no fear of anybody. Just like the League Cup final. I have no fear of Liverpool. What I have is vengeance. I really want us to turn them over.
Bobby,
we've got to go in there with heart.
for me, Bobby, for me, this game, a good result is crucial to set us up for the game against Liverpool on Sunday, because right now, we're coming into that game on the back of average performances. Yes, we've won the Club World Cup, but we have not had good performances over the past few games. And I don't want to see an average performance against Liverpool. I want to see a good performance against Liverpool. And this is a game that we need to set ourselves up to achieve that. I just want to see if
Chelsea,
Bobby, just 1 second, Bobby. DJ Sav has a bad connection. So I want to see if he can hear us. DJ, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Brilliant, DJ.
Hey, mate.
Brilliant, DJ.
Big up to you.
Let me get your thought. Let me get your thoughts in before we lose you. So big up to you. Welcome to the stream. Give me your thoughts on the game tomorrow, DJ. And Bobby, I apologize. I want to talk to him while he's here.
No, listen. It's going to be. We shouldn't, like Bobby said, we shouldn't be afraid of them, the team tomorrow. But like we've been playing of late, we haven't been playing that great. But what we are doing is we used to. It reminds me of the back in the day Chelsea games where we used to just win games without playing that great. As I said, it will be a tough game tomorrow. We are at home, so we should do it. But as I said, you've still got to watch out for some of their players in that team. And as I said, I've already pointed them out. And Jonathan David is the one that I'm really concerned about tomorrow, because if this guy does get his opportunities, and he will give our defence issues tomorrow. But like Bobby said, and like everyone, all of you guys are saying, it shouldn't be a tough. We should do this game. We're at home. We should win this game by a couple of goals at least tomorrow.
Yeah. Where do you see the danger, and how do you see us approaching this? Do you see us playing a 4 at the back, a three at the back. How do you see us approaching this, DJ?
It depends, really, Matt. I mean, this game's a vital game, Mo. To be honest with you, I know we got the big cup final on Sunday, but look, we need to progress in this tournament. So we are the holders of this tournament, so we need to really go out and continue at this. And for me, it depends on the team he puts out tomorrow, Tuchel. I think he, as I said, whatever team he puts out tomorrow should beat this team tomorrow. We should beat them either way. As you said, the dangers for me, as always, I think you guys have pointed out already. I think Max has pointed out already as well. The dangers for me, as I said, is Jonathan David. Renato Sanchez in midfield is another one we've got to watch out for. I mean, this guy is a good player. If he gets opportunities to do whatever he needs to do on the ball, he will cause problems. He'll pass those passes in. And if Jonathan David can get hold of those passes, as I said, it will give us issues. But like I said, they're my main two concerns really tomorrow, those two players mainly. Other than that, I don't think if we can keep those two quiet, we win. We can easily win this battle in midfield. We win this game. That's as far as I'm concerned. We win this game tomorrow. It shouldn't be a problem.
Fantastic. Listen, I want to ask you guys one question, and then we will discuss another topic. Score predictions. I know DJ and Bobby don't do score predictions, so just tell me draw or win. We'll start with Max. I want to get your score predictions out of the way, and then we're going to address one more topic, which I think is also very important. Let's start with Max. Max, score predictions.
Yeah, I forgot it was at home actually, so I think we can probably win 2-0.
2-0. Max Burton, 2-0. All right. Guys in the chat, let me see your score predictions in the chat. Boogeyman, Max says 2-0. What did you say?
1-0.
I'm going to go back to Max. I'm going to ask him to also predict the goal scorers, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Max.
Ziyech and Thiago Silva.
Wow.
Interesting. No Lukaku.
No.
All right. Boogeyman, who's scoring your one goal?
Lukaku.
Fantastic.
I think Lukaku scored tomorrow, man.
I'm loving this energy that Boogeyman has towards Lukaku now, man. It's weird because Boogeyman and Bobby have started to what's the word here? Back this player, while I have started to go down the other direction. All right.
We don't like seeing a gang up. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, many people on one guy. We go support the one guy.
Oh,
Yep,
sweet.
I've got a little video on the comparison, so watch that one, guys.
When is it coming out?
I've put it out this afternoon. It's a comparison between him and the other strikers at Chelsea.
I'll check it. Couch Critic, give me your score prediction.
I'm going to go 1-0.
Who's scoring it?
Pulisic.
Interesting. Pulisic scoring 1-0. All right. Bobby, I know you don't do predictions. Who's winning? Is it a draw? Is it a win? What's it?
Look, we've got three main key people that have played the French league and know what these people are about. One is our manager. We've got Thiago Silva and we've got Edu Mendy. They know what these people are about.
Listen, as well.
It's down to us. We can turn these guys over, but we've got to be our best. We've got to be ourselves. Midfield is key. Personally, forget what I did earlier. That was all a bit of a protest. I think it's important. I hope Ruben is fit. He comes in there because he will give that thrust going forward to sort this out.
Good shout.
All right. I'm gonna listen, guys. Do me a favor. If everyone can just copy this link, or if you want to go watch it now, you can go watch it now. But this is the video that Max Burton has made. Is Lukaku Chelsea's only striker problem? How does he compare to the others? So, link to that video is in the chat. Watch it at your pleasure. So, the link is in the chat. All right, yeah. No, it's my pleasure, man. I'll definitely be watching it after the stream. Eric Blue, score predictions, mate.
Yes, I will go with a 2-0 win, and I think Tuchel is backing Lukaku, and he keeps playing him, so we may as well support Lukaku, and hope that he turns it around as soon as possible. So
two goals from Lukaku. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
All right,
exactly. Yeah,
I hope so. I would love that. I would definitely love that. Faz, I see you there. I'm coming to you, Faz. So just sit tight. Chris, your score predictions, mate.
I'm going to predict Chelsea to win 3-0. I reckon goal scorers, I'm going to say Ziyech. I think he'll continue his goal scoring form. He's been keeping up, so hopefully he keeps up against Lille. I'm going to say Thiago Silva. I reckon he'll get one on a corner, a big header. And then I'm going to say Jorginho. And yeah, I hope we smash them tomorrow. I just want to say, DJ Sav, in terms of the wedding, mate, I hope you can DJ some Whitney Houston. Just let me know, mate. Just let me know. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Thank you.
Listen, DJ Sav, I ask you to give him the 10% Blue Lounge discount on your service. DJ,
yeah.
I know you don't do predictions, but how do you see it? How do you see it panning out?
Mate, you know what I'm going to say, Mo. It's going to be a Chelsea win. I'll say we're going to win it, but I'm going to say the result. But I've got a feeling for Rudiger to score tomorrow. I don't know why. With one of his long shots.
Fantastic
with his
long shot in the last match, man. Yeah. I mean, is it windy tomorrow? Because that will play a part in it. If it's windy.
It could do. It could do, mate.
All right. Cheers, DJ. I do have a topic that I want to address, but let me get Faz in. Faz is a person coming in from the chat. So big up to Faz. Tell us where you're from, and let me hear what you have to say, mate.
I'm from Manchester. Nice to be on here. Thank you for having me on. And I think
pleasure.
I think Chelsea will win 2-0 with Ziyech brace. Because he's on hot form at the moment. He's literally our best player, and I just feel that he'll score 2 goals. He'll be the star man tomorrow.
Fantastic, Faz. Faz,
can I ask him a question, Faz? Sorry.
Yeah, go on, Max.
You say you're from Manchester, so why Chelsea?
I just bought Chelsea because my dad's a Chelsea fan. He's from London, and he just got me into watching football. So yeah, ever since like I was 5-6 years old, he's like told me sport Chelsea. So since then, I've just been a Chelsea fan.
Good lad.
Listen.
I have got some Manchester United fans in my family, but I'm glad I've not gone into that route. So.
Listen, no one's perfect. Yeah, no one's perfect. It is what it is. I've got some Arsenal fans in my family, so you know it is what it is. It is what it is. Faz, I wanna ask you this. You have the picture of Gianfranco Zola as your avatar. Can you tell us a little bit about why that is?
He is my dad's idol. My dad actually told me to put him on, and literally my dad used to go crazy about this player. Like growing up, he's my dad's favourite player, and literally he was just a magician. Stamford Bridge, like even now, I didn't get to watch him play live, but you know, like on highlights and stuff, I always watch him, and he's literally one of a kind. Such a good player.
He
and
is,
a Chelsea legend.
He is definitely. I don't think anyone will wear that shirt and play like him ever again. I mean, it's been retired, number 25, but
he made watching Chelsea enjoyable again.
Yeah,
Bobby, as you guys would know, we suffered a lot, and when he came along, him, Gullit, and the likes, they made Chelsea.
Vialli.
Yeah, they made it. They made
Di Matteo.
Yeah. We used to go there and enjoy the game of football, not suffer.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah. What was the term? Sexy football.
Sexy
I would love
football,
to have a bit.
Yeah.
I would love to have a bit of that right now. Imagine calling Lukaku playing sexy football, man. That would be something special. That would be something
My
special.
only regret for Zola was that he didn't, because obviously he was a man of his word, so he had already agreed to sign for Cagliari before Roman took over. Because a season or 2 with him in the Roman team, that would have been excellent.
Yeah. No, Zola is a fantastic player. Faz, do you wanna add anything in respect to what was said in the press conference? Is there anything you wanna address in particular?
Yeah, just about Lukaku. When Tuchel was asked about Lukaku after the Crystal Palace game, he looked a bit frustrated on Lukaku, and I don't blame him. 7 touches in a football match I think it's a new record, and it's not good enough for a £100 million striker. He's not worth £100 million. I don't know why we paid that much. Maybe because he was bagging in Inter, we thought that was his valuation, but he's just not. He's not cutting it at the moment, and I just think tomorrow I'd rather see Timo Werner up front than Lukaku, because Timo Werner, even though he doesn't score, he still gives us movement. He still has time on the ball. Lukaku doesn't even do any of that. So I'd rather have Timo ahead of Lukaku tomorrow.
Okay. Do you think Lukaku could turn it around? Do you see there is hope for him?
I don't know anymore. He's had so many chances. He gets started every game, and literally you expect him to at least bag against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, they have been conceding quite a few goals, and I just expected him to have a good performance against them, but he's just not cutting it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the pressure. I don't know if it's that interview he did. It's just he's at the moment he's not good enough, and I think he just needs coaching properly, on the pitch, these coaches when they get one-to-ones with players. I think he needs a bit of that. I personally think he needs counselling, because that interview he did, I think is messing with his mind a bit. So that's just my opinion on him.
No, sweet. I agree. Faz, you're welcome to stick around. We're going to discuss one more topic for the next, I'll say, 20 minutes, half an hour. And I want to hear what you guys have to say in respect to it. Tuchel is going to get backed. Roman Abramovich is backing Tuchel. That is what has been reported in the press. That is what has been said. The message was given to Tuchel by Roman Abramovich personally after he won the World Club Cup. Now, that's all good. And it's probably going to materialize in the summer, in the transfer window, when Roman grants Tuchel some big signings. However, my concern is this. If this statement is accurate that Tuchel is getting backed, wouldn't it make sense to start this by actually giving Tuchel the peace of mind of knowing he will at least have Tony Rudiger in his squad next season? And having Tony Rudiger get the peace of mind that his future at Chelsea is secure. I have heard Tony Rudiger speak many a time and say he is determined and he is focused on Chelsea Football Club. He wants to continue at Chelsea Football Club. Why is there this lack of discussion? Why is there this lack of compromise when it comes to getting this man to sign his contract? And my issue is this. I have seen a figure mentioned by, I believe it was Simon Phillips, quoting, I think it was Matt Law, saying that Rudiger has been offered £170,000 a week, which would make him the highest paid defender in Chelsea history, and Rudiger hasn't accepted it. Now, I can totally understand that Chelsea is reluctant to go above a certain figure, a certain fee. However, the issue is Chelsea will likely pay someone that certain fee on the back of a transfer fee to bring him into Chelsea Football Club. While as with Rudiger, that wouldn't be the case. So they may go ahead and sign De Ligt for a 60 million, plus pay him north of 200,000 a week contract, while they wouldn't offer 200,000 a week contract to a player we already have. And we've discussed this, we've talked about this, but do you classify Tuchel as being backed when we are in that situation with Rudiger? We know Tuchel wants Rudiger to stay. and we know some of the other options of a problematic nature if we were to go ahead with them financially, and also some of these other players that have been mentioned have a very, what's the word here, interesting agent. So I want to hear your thoughts on this particular topic. We'll discuss it for the next 20 minutes or half an hour. Take it away, lads.
Can I go first? Because I do got to run after.
Yeah, go ahead, Couch. Go ahead.
Cool. First of all, thanks for having me again. And fellas,
pleasure.
We got to get that win tomorrow, man. I'm not even kidding.
Definitely.
We need that 3 points, or that win, never mind the 3 points. But with regards to Rudiger, and I said this months ago, this is about leverage, right? And it seems to me right now that the leverage is back with the club. You know, he's kind of gone around his European merry-go-round, and the offers didn't come in of the £200,000 a week that he thought he was going to get. £400,000. I remember somebody was on here saying that he was asking for 350,000 or something like that, upwards of that. Nothing of that sort is coming in. So the ball is now back in the court of the club. Like, they're saying that 173 is what they can offer. You know, that's the leverage that they have that now, unless he can get more elsewhere. And doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It's going to be very hard for him to be demanding 225K. You know, I would say this, though, and I have said this. If Rudiger wants £200,000 a week, he deserves that. He's that important to this club right now. Easily. When you look at what our squad looks like right now, we have Timo Werner making 270K a week, not earning a lick of it. You know, Lukaku 325K. You got Ben Chilwell 190K. You know, granted he's injured, and then you have N'Golo Kante, who's N'Golo Kante. He can make whatever I want, and I would never, whatever he wants, I would never bat an eye to it. But, you know, in terms of importance to the squad right now, Rudiger is easily our third or fourth most important player when you look at what the contributions that he's made to the side. You know, he's an ever-present in, you know, the starting 11, never substituted. You know, he's always there. So, yeah, 200K should be a drop in the bucket for a guy that, you know, plays so many important minutes for you. And when you play him in big games like this game tomorrow, like the Champions League, you know, like the Club World Cup final, he's putting in, you know, top level man of the match performances for you. So 200K shouldn't even be a worry, you know, never mind what Tuchel said about him, you know, how important he views him. You know, that just goes without saying. For me, it's about, unfortunately, he doesn't really have the leverage right now, unfortunately, because like I said, when he went out into Europe and tried to, you know, negotiate terms, no teams have come back and said, like, yeah, we're willing to give you 250K a week. No teams have said that. At least that's
I think Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid
Real Madrid has not gone beyond 200K. From what I've heard,
they even offer him a signing bonus.
I don't know the specifics, but what I've heard, what Matt Law has been reporting, is that they're not willing to meet his demands, and he's now turned around and gone back to Chelsea, and Chelsea have now said, well, it's 173,000. That's what we can do. So I don't think he has the leverage. I could be wrong, but it doesn't look that way right now.
Man U want him. If rumours are to be told, then they'll you know what Man U are like. They'll splash out anything because they need a central defender. So
do they though? Like that with Militao and like Alaba and
Manchester United, not Real Madrid.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he will
make that is a possibility. Again, like we haven't really heard the rumors of him being linked.
Yeah, I've heard stuff with Man U.
Can I ask a question? Why people keep saying he will be the most paid defender? Where Chilwell is making 190 and the offer is 170.
If he goes to 200,000,
centre back.
He wants to be the most highest paid in the Premier League, I hear.
The most paid defender,
because you got the defenders at Manchester United, they're upwards of like 270,000. You know, like Varane's paid. I'm sure he's close to £300,000 a week. You know, it's just not realistic, you know, for Chelsea. And to be honest with you, when you look at the wage structure and whatnot, what you're talking about, making him the highest paid Chelsea player, doesn't really mean, or highest paid Chelsea defender doesn't really mean a whole lot, because inflation is like the prices that you're paying on defenders right now, or footballers in general, have gone up astronomically even within the last 5 years. So making him a 200,000 pound a week defender doesn't really say that much.
Speaking of thingy, right? Speaking of Rudiger, right? So you mentioned Man United there. So you said Varane was on a lot of money, which he probably is. And look, I dread to think what Harry Maguire's on, right? Because whatever Harry Maguire's on, you've got to double that for Rudiger, in my opinion. Mate. Harry Maguire is one of the worst players I've ever seen play football. And I'm not being harsh here. I'm being realistic. He must be on more than Rudiger. So for me, that is daylight robbery, mate. Honestly, Harry Maguire, if you're listening to this, mate, you should take up another, job. It's terrible football, mate.
Harry Maguire, if you're listening to this, mate, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
Please, please.
Just quickly for the record, Brand is on £340,000 a week.
340K.
Harry Maguire is on £189,000 a week, which is a gross overpayment.
Sorry, what is Maguire on?
189,000.
And Varane, how much?
Jeez,
340.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And they play together. I won't play. I won't pass him the ball. What are you talking about?
I can't believe it. They get Varane on a free in the end.
No, they paid 80 million for him.
Yeah, probably he get it salary from Real Madrid.
Varane, yeah. I think on a free,
That's crazy, man.
And then Man United fans wonder why they're in a mess.
And they should have a boy.
They're 30 David
I need to go talk to my wife. We need to make a boy.
At least he's playing. We're paying Sal £240. It's £240.
Yeah, it's okay, mate. Saul's gone, mate. Maguire's there to stay. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Anyhow, fellas, I gotta run, but are we
lads? I want you to address this. Are we back in Tuchel if we're not giving Rudiger the contract that he wants? Are we back in Tuchel here?
I don't think it's that simple, Mo. It's clearly something that the club, although they value Rudiger, they are looking at a financial solution which is not too extravagant and also addresses, the increase, in income that he wants, which is a very difficult balance to strike. They are also perhaps leaning on his loyalty, maybe unfairly so, and playing it as long as it takes. However, Rudiger himself, he has to come to a decision at some point. Is it money or glory, or enough money for glory? I think it makes no sense for Rudiger to leave Chelsea at this point in his career. Chelsea is where he can make his legacy, or he's going to end up like Eden Hazard. And that will be very sad to see. However, having said that, I think the club do need to give him a sensible offer. I'm erring more to the side of 200k. I think 200k is quite enough. Maybe they're trying to barter it towards that. I don't know. But for us here now to say whether, getting him to sign is back in Tuchel or not. Look, Tuchel has been backed. He was backed after the Champions League final with Lukaku, whether we like it or not. Lukaku came with Tuchel's blessing. Let's stop deceiving ourselves that he didn't. He did. And he will be further backed with other signings. Will he be recklessly backed? No, he won't. Hence the
Bobby, I got to stop you for 1 second here. I totally agree with you, but about recklessly backed. You see, for me, reckless would be to let Rudiger go, and pay the same salary that Rudiger wanted to somebody else, who is not proven for us for Chelsea, and add on top of that a transfer fee. For me, that is reckless. And you see,
you're right.
We've done that. We've done that in the past.
You're right, but quite clearly that's the gamble they're taking. Listen, I more than most, I'm not a fan of everything the board does. I think I've been very sort of outspoken about it. I've named names, I've said things, and I'll continue to do that so far as they do things that I don't feel comfortable with. But in this situation, it's quite clear that this is the gamble they're quite willing to take. Somewhere, somehow, someone knows something that we don't in terms of Rudiger. Personally, I think he will sign. I think he will sign for Chelsea. But all this messing around, taking it to the wire, is dangerous, because if all of a sudden somebody comes in with a huge offer, the big concern is, regardless of his legacy, he'll just take it for his family.
Yeah, listen, I think back in Tuchel means Rudiger has to stay. Back in Tuchel mean exactly give Rudiger whatever he asks, as long as it's not 350. As long as it's no more than 300, I think he deserves it. He is our best defender, and at certain time, he even is the man of the match in our final and a lot of games we played. So for me, there's no way Chelsea would say they'll back in Tuchel and letting Rudiger go, because they're creating another issue for Tuchel to solve. We have this attacking problem we're trying to figure out. And when you take Rudiger out of our defensive lineup, you're just creating another problem for Tuchel. So you're not backing him. You're just creating more problem for him to solve. And I don't get it. And I will say something, though. If I was Rudiger, as much as I love Chelsea, I don't think I have my back against the wall. I will walk away. If they don't give me my 250, I will walk away. And all those talk about legacy. I mean, Chelsea fan, Rudiger won the Champions League for us. He won the European club, all those titles for us. As for me, Rudiger is already a legend for Chelsea. Other fan may say, "Oh, he's not yet," but listen, he has done enough, and I think I don't think his back is against the wall. If I was Rudiger, I'd walk away, because it's what it is. I am professional. I just go where I get all the respect, and if Chelsea club is not going to give me that respect, I'm out. It's simple as that. And
Can I just make a point about this legacy thing? Legacy is extremely important at the later part of a top flight footballer's career. It really is. The football career is a short one, well paid if you're at the right end of the ladder, but it's a short one. And what happens to you after you play football is another life. And if you have no legacy, it hamstrings you. You end up at best having a lifetime as a pundit somewhere, or something like that. Your legacy is what carries you forward. It's what gave Lampard some of the best jobs in world football, as well as Gerrard, as well as the likes of
Patrick Vieira.
Vieira and the French guy. Oh gosh, what is wrong with my memory these days?
Emmanuel Petit.
Zidane. These things help players going forward, the name you make as a player. So it is very important, even John Terry, it's very important to have a legacy. And Rudiger has come so far with Chelsea that he needs to go the rest of the way. Look at Aspie. Aspie has made his legacy now. In fact, he's probably a greater captain than John Terry, because he's the one player that has won everything, which John Terry hasn't done. So these things are important. They can't be underestimated. However, I do agree that Rudiger needs to be paid handsomely, of course. I don't support this sort of Russian roulette game. I agree with Mo as well. It is reckless what the board is doing. But, we know they do some weird things sometimes. And I think in this case, we have no choice but to be patient and see how it plays out.
Can I say something a little controversial? Legacy of the professional career, when you are black, I just don't think your legacy help you too much. How many players we have in EPL that are coaching or have a good job? None, other than Patrick Vieira. So just based on that fact, I just think Rudiger should just bounce out. If he doesn't have the respect he deserves, I'm out. Like for me, that's how I see it. Maybe it's because of my background. That's what I'm saying. I just think that's too much disrespectful. If it was another players, I just think they would give him what he deserves.
Yeah, I think you're being a little bit unfair here. We have a lot of black people, pundits, coaches. I mean, I know Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank tried it. Patrick Vieira is doing a fantastic
Jimmy
job.
Floyd Hasselbank's the manager of Bottom, so.
Yeah, no. In the Premier League, Patrick Vieira is doing a fantastic job right now, and we have seen it. I mean, Ruud Gullit, did it for Chelsea. I think the opportunities are there. I think it's about the legacy. I mean, Patrick Vieira, he built a massive legacy at Arsenal. And there's a few. I mean, isn't Makelele one of the coaches?
And then he came back to
for Chelsea. Yeah, and Ashley Cole as well. I think there are opportunities. There are opportunities available. But I know. Yeah, no. I know. It's different. It's different. But I think the opportunities are there. Rudiger is the kind of player that can and that will build a legend status at Chelsea because of his charisma, of his personality, of the way he handles himself. I mean, Kai Havertz is the one who scored the penalty, but Rudiger almost took the limelight from Kai Havertz by the way he celebrated. The way he celebrated the goal that was scored by Kai Havertz, the penalty, because of the emotion, the feeling, the fact that he was on his knees praying for that ball to go in. That rings true with a lot of us, a lot of the fans, and this is why every fan right now is calling to get Rudiger to sign that contract because of what we've seen, not only in his performances on the pitch, but his heart and his desire and his relationship with the club, with the team, with the players, with us. So it's important. It's important. And, the legacy that Rudiger is building... One second, Chris. The legacy that Rudiger is building, I want to see it maintained. And again, I think it was Bobby who mentioned Eden Hazard. I don't want to see another one of our key players having to go and suffer the fate that Eden Hazard unfortunately did. And if you think back, there was an interview with Eden Hazard standing next to Rudiger, and Rudiger was asking him not to go to Real Madrid, and he said to him, "If you put in good performances like this, I may consider staying." If you guys remember it, there is an interview.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But there's a big difference though. Hazard was offered whatever he want, but he just said, "Real is my dream job, and my dream team." And then Rudiger seemed to telling us, "Chelsea is my dream team, and I would like to stay, and I want to be respected." And then we'd be like, "Oh, no, we're not paying you too much because of your age," but the guy kept performing like at the high top level. So I know.
I hear what you're saying, Boogeyman. I think it's unfortunate. I don't like the attitude of the board towards Rudiger. I really don't. I think they are exploiting his loyalty. I don't like it. I think there may have been a time I've alluded to this in the past, but that is the reality of the situation at the moment. Now, do they want to play this game? Well, if they play the game and lose, I can assure you I won't be quiet. And I know many fans will not be quiet either. So I don't know. That's why I think, we need to just wait and see what happens. But I hear you. It is disrespectful. Why they're doing it, I dread to imagine. Would they do this to other players? Well, probably not. I don't know why they're doing this with Rudiger. I think the offer of 170 odd per week. I just think that was testing the waters. I would like to believe they will end up closer to 200 than the current offer on the table at the moment. If not, I think the board are risking some wrath from the fans as well.
So so the Rudiger situation, right? So look, if Rudiger's smart, which I think he will, in terms of what other clubs can offer him, so for example, Real Madrid, what they can offer him, what other clubs would be interested? Bayern Munich potentially, PSG potentially. In terms of what those clubs can offer him, and I'm excluding the financial situation here. I'm just thinking, well, you know what? You can win the biggest trophies at Chelsea. You've already done it with the Champions League. So in terms of pushing for the league, I think if Rudiger is smart, which I think he is, he'll sign the contract. However, with me saying that, football's about money now, isn't it? Football is about money. If he's getting offered 220k by Real Madrid or Bayern, he's going to go. But if we need to speed up now. If we want to keep Rudiger, we need to do it now. Because what is it? It's coming up to March. So his contract runs out in June or July. Either way, it's short time. So the contracts, the negotiations are already stalled. So if I'm Rudiger, he needs to make his decision. If he wants to go, then tell the club. But if you want to stay, then it comes down to what the board are willing to offer. And if they are willing to put up the back Tuchel, Mo, to answer your question, then by all means you need to sign up Rudiger on a 3-year deal, 4-year deal. You need to do that. When it comes between Christensen and Rudiger, one of them will go. I believe one of them will stay. I hope Rudiger stays and Christensen goes. I know that sounds harsh, but I think that Christensen, I just think go better your career elsewhere, because you're not going to do it at Chelsea. Do it at Barcelona or do whatever. So yeah, but then Azpilicueta, his contract run out soon as well. Azpilicueta. So we could potentially lose Azpilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger. So it's very, very dangerous as well. That's dangerous. So yeah.
We're losing our entire back line, minus Thiago Silva and Chalobah. So in theory, it's quite hard. It's quite hard. Listen, guys. I want to tell you something. Tomorrow, I don't think we'll be streaming tomorrow because the match kicks off at 8 p.m. It will finish around 10 p.m. I may do an hour and a half stream. I might do a quick stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do a quick stream tomorrow. I'll do a quick stream. I'll do a quick stream after the game. It'll literally be straight after the game because I don't want to be streaming too late. I don't want to, disturb my neighbors. It's as simple as that. So we'll be streaming straight after the game tomorrow for about an hour and a half. And then we may stream again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. I don't want to stream and clash with the fixtures. So fixtures start at 7:45 and at 8 p.m. On Wednesday. So I'll be streaming at 6 and probably concluding the stream just before the kickoff of the fixtures on Wednesday. Lads, it's been another great evening, another great stream. 132 likes. Big up to everyone who's hit that like button. Big up to everyone who has subscribed. We've had actually a very good number of new subscribers today, and thank you to each and every one of you who hit that subscribe button today. I think 25 of you subscribed during the stream. So big up to all of you new subscribers and welcome to the family. Hopefully I will be speaking to you guys live on air at some point. We'll always be putting that link in the chat and hoping to see you guys jump on and give us your thoughts and opinions. Big shout out to Faz for coming on tonight and giving us his thoughts. I do encourage you guys to jump on. It's always a pleasure for me personally to hear what you guys have to say about the club that we love so much. Big up to Max, big up to Bobby.
If you're tired
big
of
up,
listening to me,
big up to Boogeyman. Yeah, but listen, guys. The bottom line is, I'm trying to find a panelist to replace Boogeyman. All right, so I need to interview some panelists.
Whoa,
so come on.
No chance, mate. Boogie can't go, mate.
Boogeyman, man.
The hate is on, man. The hate is on.
We need
I love
our
all of
friends.
you
We
guys.
need
I
our
love all of you
translators,
guys.
don't we?
We need him to translate. Yeah. I mean, you know, if we're going to continue playing French teams in the Champions League, then we need Boogeyman to be around, man. So, Boogeyman, thank you for translating.
You need to speak some French, man. You need to speak French.
What do you want me to say in French? Just
say subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Say that in French.
What's it subscribe? I have to check. What is subscribing in French? Let me check that quick. Oh God, see.
La subscribe. No, I'll say. Subscribe and like, s'il vous plaît. Yeah. I can do it.
Aimer is subscribe, s'il vous plaît. Yeah, s'il vous plaît. Aimer is subscribe. But I think subscribe has to be. Let me just look for it. Subscribe in French.
And listen, I can use Google Translate as well, mate. I mean, that's not really.
Oh yeah, subscribe is abonné. Yeah, s'abonner. Abonnement. Yeah, go so. So aimez et abonnez-vous, s'il vous plaît. C'est tout.
Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
Bonne soirée.
Bonne soirée. Adios, amigo. You know, all that good stuff.
Bonne soirée.
Where's my outro? You know what? I'm gonna go with a different.
Now?
I'm gonna go with a different outro, lads. Tonight it's gonna be a different outro. So have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Take care. Peace up the Chelsea. Peace.